nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to 420.
We've got to get moving. We gotta stay loose, you know? Let it cool. Let the coolness get into our vertebrae.
How sweet the taste of love can be until you let me pick the fruit of the forbidden tree.
It's weird, yeah.
I've heard somebody else tell a story about it.
I got the chorus down. It's the Mandela effect. We're shifting again. It's the Mandela effect. Everything's different again. You know? So, yeah, ready? I started looking at the Mandela effect. It blew my mind. The shit wasn't correct. Trying to figure out just how it connects and what the fuck I was gonna do next. It's the Mandela effect. We're shifting again. The Monopoly man. Monocle is missing again. I think they even got to the Michelin man. In the Statue of Liberty, it keeps switching the hand.
Did you know your reality is being put to the test? The Panama Canal no longer runs east to west. Things you are sure have and never did in this reality. The crunchy cereal with the captain now has the apostrophe. I started noticing changes in like 2014. It was JFK, the six-seater that seemed so obscene. Many people will try and call me a loon, but hold up, wait, they even changed the spelling of Looney Tunes.
I used to eat a Chick-fil-A every day before they added the K.
So what's causing this? Many want to know. Well, I don't think it's CERN. It's just a magic show. Satanists doing rituals while scamming mad dough. Sounds familiar, like liars that always show us the globe. NASA, NIST, CERN, and more. We really need to show these corrupt agencies the door. I don't think this phenomenon is caused by man. I think it's a great awakening, and maybe God trying to contact us the best way he can. For me, Flat Earth, Mandela, and our dreams are all connected. Looking to pull some people in that I can intersect with.
The bridge. Yeah, there it is. All right, cool. So I didn't screw you over. All right, cool. All right, here we go. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
All right. Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. Now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. Now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. Now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. The earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? I thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? We're the center. The sun and moon moves around it like a clock. Can you hit a moving target with the rocket? I'm not hard to get along with. Just take a bong hit. Do you serve up any content? The stars are constant. You want a conversation for it? It makes me vomit. We never do get hit by comments. You want it. Leave another useless comment in the morning. The earth is flat. Tell me what you gonna do about it. What you gonna do about it? We know it's flat, and there is a bunch of us. Them globies munching on a bunch of snuffleupagus. You think it's cute? Then why not cuddle up with us? We know it's flat. Why you making such a fuss? My supper was the fucking best. That's just because the earth is flat. It hit me like an uppercut to the nuts. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. With a Russian with the crew, don't forget to brush after your food. They got asteroids, and asteroids too. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. There's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat. There's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat. It's fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. How did the voice
Very good, bravo.
Did it line up with the beat? You know, and then I got this. I got Late Night Live. I don't know why. It's weird, you know.
I've heard somebody else tell a story about it.
What's up, peeps? Oh, that looks kind of cool when it went black for a minute and then it brought me in. It looked dope. That looked dope as shit. So let's go. Oh, hold on. Let me get this little thing off the front. Hold on. Let me figure this out. Something weird is going on. Something's out of place. There's something out of place here. I'm not sure what it is, but just something just doesn't look right. Oh, much clearer. So, what's going on here? So we got, who do we got here? Let's see. We are live, Late Night Live. The show must go on. I took a night off, you know. Let me tell you guys a story about Ray. Because, you know, that's what this show is about, right? This show is about Ray. It's kind of like the Truman Show, right? So, let me tell you a little story about the life of Ray. Now, anytime I've ever had a job before, right?
if I get in the swing of things, right, I really get going and I start showing up for work and I'm working like 66, 67, 69 hour weeks, right? Like, and I'm like doing overtime and working overnight shifts and all this shit, right? I do good. And then like I get like a day like, hey, Ray, did I take a day off? You know? Like take it easy. They're like, you're gonna give yourself an ulcer, you know? They're like take a fucking day off, right? You know what I mean? And then fucking I end up getting out of the swing of things in like 2 days, right? And I don't go back to work. I call in sick for like a week after that. And then the next thing I know, I end up losing the fucking job. If I had just stayed on track, if Ray just stayed on track, then I would still have the fucking job. You know what I'm saying? Right now, if I stayed on track, I would be a UPS driver. All right? That's what I'd be doing right now with my life. What's up, Three Fingers? Sue Vanelli. Sean Osborne. Suicide Wonder. Morgan. You want to hear Morgan's song? Hold on. Let's listen. I've been listening to. I showed your song to my dad today. I seen my dad today. I seen my mom and dad. So awesome. I will listen to Morgan's song. Where the fuck is it? I have it here. All right, you ready?
Watching all the clocks run backwards, slowly choking out my lungs, throwing all the stones around me until all that's left is one. Youth and age haunt me nightly until their master's work is done. Give to all just what they're asking, while sex and death is all flesh once. And while I've got angels all around me, lighting the fires that prevent from feeling, send your orders inside me. Feel your spirit inside me again. A promised life won't time in mind you. These cards taking all that's gold. Perspective curve my thought around you. Milk my blood until it turns. All depressed and leaves you thirsty. A start to call robots home. Our soul, our forged decisions fleeting until all have made their choice. While I've got angels all around me, lighting the fires that prevent from failing, send your orders inside me. Feel your spirit inside me again. Watching all the clocks run backwards, slowly choking out my lungs, throwing all the stones around me until all that's left is one. Youth and age haunt me nightly until their master's work is done. Give to all this what they're asking, while sex and death is all flesh once.
Yes. So we got Morgan. Finished my shout out. All right, let me see who we got. What Ray's on top of things? Who's that? Morgan. Yeah, it's a nice song, right? I like it. It has that like 90s, early 90s vibe. You know, maybe late 80s. Like back in 88, man. Like I'm an 88er. Oh, I'm just putting people like it when I put their picture up there. You know what I'm saying? You know, like 3 fingers. Woo! You know, you got to make a big deal about people. Sue Finelli. Oh, Ray Truman. Oh, Joe K. It's like I bet you that's his real name, but it's like Joe K. Joke. You know what I mean? That's when I first seen it. That's what I thought. I was like, is it like does he mean joke? I don't know, but probably not. Probably his real name. Kim Ray said, Ray is talented. That made me feel good because I don't think I'm talented. I just fuck around a lot. I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a dickhead with a computer that can just come on here and make music, and I rhyme about crazy stuff sometimes, and sometimes I make truth or music, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I make something else, something completely different. So, all right. Well, yeah. So basically, I don't know. I mean, what do we got? We got 16 people here. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I could show tonight, man. I've been just I've been just searching the interwebs, but I kind of want to play this Flat Earth documentary that I found. I don't know why. I'm just feeling like kind of flat earthy lately. You know, like I'm in like a flat Earth kind of mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like a cartoon ball type of thing.
But it has to be. It is Photoshop. But it has to be. It is Photoshop. But it has to be.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
A lie is a lie, and it don't matter how many dumb sheeple believe it. And the truth is the truth, hiding right out in plain sight, and still people don't see it. Man, this shit got me heated, and I won't stop till the elite are being defeated. They keep us deceived about everything that we think, and they keep it a secret. What we're taught is not conducive with reality. Big bang, evolution, and there's gravity. I tell the truth, and then these motherfuckers laugh at me, telling me the earth is Photoshop because it has to be. Most people accept the deception happily, but what they're doing to us all is a tragedy. God created the heavens and the earth in a verse, but we're living in a famous on the galaxy. They say we're monkeys on a ball flying through outer space, but there's no proof. It seems to have vanished without a trace. NASA and other agencies falling down from grace. You can take that bullshit pseudoscience and get out my face. I'm the antisocial type. You're a government prototype. That's why you make it a point to tell me that I'm crazy every time you're angry, cause you know I'm right. I'm standing outside the house of cards about to watch it fall. No more living on a cartoon ball. Horizon means horizontal. Indoctrination is awful because you're taught the globe model. Ever since y'all could crawl, we follow rapists and murderers, liars, thieves, and sun worshippers, saying we can't see curvature cause we're all too small. And though it's never been proven, they say we're ripping and shooting. The earth is spinning and moving. Oh no, not at all. It's a criminal enterprise where deception intensifies. NASA's got us all living like on a cartoon ball.
It is Photoshop, but it has to be.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
They say that we went to the moon 6 times, but pure BS is the way that smelled. Now they're telling us that we can't even leave the planet because of the Van Allen radiation belt. Yeah, okay, sure. NASA, what you lying for? You lying now? You lied before. I can't take this anymore. The only thing they took to space was your imagination. Fake aliens are coming, now they have you waiting. We need to do something about it, no procrastination. Trying to cause the masses to awaken, that's the path I'm taking. But you can see if you check all the percentages. So many people having cognitive dissonance. But that's what happens at the loss of your innocence. Then you get involved with all of this wickedness. They try to do all the humans this way. So are they just idiots? Who is to say? Conditioned by the television, it makes your decisions, opinions, and you just obey. Stuck in the material domain of Satan, where everything in each and every day is pagan. Mandela effect, cause the game is changing. People waking up and now the cage is shaking. The earth is flat, and that is a universal fact. If it isn't that, then tell me where the fuck the curve is at. They tell us that we can't see it because we're all too small. And now we're spinning on a cartoon ball. Horizon means horizontal. Indoctrination is awful because you're taught the globe model. Ever since y'all could crawl, we follow rapists and murderers, liars, thieves, and sun worshippers, saying we can't see curvature cause we're all too small. And though it's never been proven, they say we're ripping and shooting. The earth is spinning and moving. Oh no, not at all. It's a criminal enterprise where deception intensifies. Assholes got us all living life on a cartoon ball.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison for your mind.
It is Photoshop, but it has to be. It is Photoshop, but it has to be. It is Photoshop, but it has to be.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
It is Photoshop, but it has to be. It is Photoshop, but it has to be. It is Photoshop, but it has to be.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that.
Well, I think that was a good 28-minute intro. How you guys doing? Where are we at? Who do we got here still? We still got 13 people? Great. The one good things come to those who wait. What's up, Parrot? How you doing? Woo! Okay, you ready? I think I got something good. And if I don't have something good, then I'm not gonna play it. We're gonna try it. And if it ends up sucking, I'm sorry, and I'll put something else on. We'll try this. We're gonna test this out. See what happens. It's all you can do. It's trial and error. Trial and error. Boom, baby. I think this is like a Jeranism documentary, actually, believe it or not. It looked pretty good though. The reason why I'm playing this is because I never seen it, and I seen it on Odyssey, and it looks good, so I grabbed it.
NASA, going nowhere since 1958. If you've been paying any attention to the world around you, you have easily realized that almost everything is a lie. Dare I say, a conspiracy.
I agree with him on that. Everything is a lie.
the world is not at all what it seems, some may see it, many do not. But to understand one lie, you need to recognize a few. We need to think of all the lies around us, because every piece of the American way of life has sold out to corruption, big business, and government. The media narrative and hypocrisy runs deep as they go about their business of easily corrupting minds with constant propaganda, to the point now where every news piece and story has been distorted beyond recognition. And yes, even science has been tainted.
I agree. I agree with all that.
Let's just
so far, so good.
Consider some of the many lies, like sugar, marijuana, and tobacco science, or public water fluoridation into human-caused global warming and climate change science. How about GMOs and Monsanto, which is now owned by Bayer, which leads to big pharma and medicine, drug makers keeping you sick rather than healing you, flu shots and vaccines rather than the medicinal use and healing power of plants, which makes them no money, a healthy diet instead of low-fat snack cakes and packaged foods that are just making us fat and sick, bringing fear porn with infectious diseases, measles outbreaks, and Ebola, which fuels the healthcare industry and medical malpractice. Biotech, pesticides, the EPA, and the lies continue onto the oil industry and free energy.
So far, everybody agree? Yeah? Everybody, are we all in agreement? So far, everybody's cool with this? I'm just making sure, because I don't want to get yelled at. I don't want you people to hate me. I mean, I'm a Jeranism fan. I like him. He's all right. But I don't know what's going on nowadays. I haven't paid attention lately. I just do my own thing. I have no agenda here. You know what I mean? I'm not on anybody's side. I'm just trying to I just like this information. I think it's good. What do you guys think? You like it? All right, cool. We'll keep going.
Down to the very education system that teaches it, as well as a false history, pushing Big Bang and evolution as science, with their dinosaur and missing link frauds, or teaching Common Core, simply public indoctrination programs. And then you have the college admissions scams, and the universities creating huge student debt, putting people deeply indebted to the Federal Reserve banking system, which isn't even federal, onto the stock market, financial scams, and the rest of the lies. All of this in a free society, while being watched and tracked and managed by Google, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or even censored on YouTube, while Hollywood continues to corrupt the mind, pushing some alien.
You notice how it just cleared up? The picture, I knew it was gonna clear up. You see how my computer does that? It was like fucking blurry for a little while, for like 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and then 5 minutes in, it cleared up. Let's stop paying attention to that. Something's going on with that. Let's go.
An agenda and a satanic message. And the music industry isn't far behind with their corruption. How about the kidnapping and human trafficking with child sex exploitation and the sexualization of minors, while pedophiles go free because of a corrupt justice system of lawyers, courts, and judges that speak another language altogether. All of it leads back to the government, which fuels the mainstream media with their hypocrisy and fake news stories. Every government agency is entirely corrupt and weaponized against the people. The IRS, the NSA, the NSF, FTC, CDC, DOD, EPA, etc. And who owns and operates the fake media juggernauts? Well, our very own CIA, who has been deeply involved with all the newspapers and magazines, just see Operation Mockingbird, pushing propaganda constantly with their incessant mainstream narrative, including press releases from government agencies, universities, corporations, and companies getting rich off government contracts.
I like it. I like it.
How about the false flags and covert government operations? Just see Northwoods, Gulf of Tonkin, Operation Paperclip, and thousands of others. The entire political scene with election fraud and dishonest polls, the whole left versus right two-party system pitting citizens against each other, or the entire CIA involvement in the military-industrial complex, as more war, more conflict equals more money and more growth. Or the so-called war on drugs. Our own federal government has been engaged in a
Yeah, the war on drugs really fucked me over. Okay? I'm telling you, that war on drugs bullshit. It was real, man. They fucked us over. They fucked us over good. They fucked my whole life up. Fuck them.
Shady operation of alliances with the world's largest drug cartels. Our incarceration percentage has grown by 6 times since Nixon declared a war on drugs in 1971, when planes took arms to the contrary.
I'm a veteran. I'm a vet from the drug war. I'm still here, somehow.
In Nicaragua, these same planes returned with cocaine, shielded from law enforcement by the CIA. Yeah, an illegal drug trade. Just another pointless sham proving our own CIA is engaged with criminals and is criminal itself. Just look at the weapons and arms dealings of the CIA while actively trying to take yours. The constant barrage of lies and deceptions like the official 9/11 story and the government-run commissions. So many lies, and I could do a film on each one of those separately, and perhaps I will. But this film asks you one important question. If they lie to you about all that, if they have deceived you at every possible turn, what makes you think that they're telling you the truth about space? You see, sometimes people want to know the truth, but many times they do not. They like the idea of truth, but not the actual, real truth. When it comes to the United States space program, however, in my opinion, people certainly don't want the truth. They want the lore, the ideals, that patriotic feeling, the ideas of space travel, trillions and trillions of miles, American dominance and ingenuity, and the brilliant minds of mankind coming together to do the impossible. It's our destiny to be in the stars. This has always been the reason for space, making dreams come true, inspiring children and adults to do more, to strive for more, to reach for the stars, and to achieve the impossible. In this movie, I will explain my opinion of space and space travel. I will talk about what I think space is and isn't, and to do so, I'll talk about the past 11 presidents as well as the current president, Donald Trump. I'll go through the list of presidents and show that they have all cared little for space travel other than national prestige, and the reason for this, I believe, is multifaceted. I believe NASA to be little more than a jobs program, mixed with some research and development, focusing on engineering and technology. They also sell a fantasy and a worldview to the population. They instill pride and wonder, but what they haven't done and don't do is go anywhere. Hence the name of this film, NASA Going Nowhere Since 1958. Now, I could go deep into the various space-related deceptions and pick apart NASA films scene by scene, and while I'll do a little of that, this film is much different. Maybe I'll do other films on the various lies and pseudoscience pushed by the space agency, but this film will go president by president, give a little background, and show that it has always been and continues to be a back-and-forth game of sorts, where NASA can blame the president and the president can blame NASA, in the end allowing research and jobs to continue while ultimately going nowhere. Of course, we're going to spend most of our time on Kennedy and Nixon, especially since this month has been the 50th anniversary of quite possibly the largest deception ever pulled on the people of this earth. The nonsense assertion that 50 years ago, NASA sent men to the moon. Many people may not agree with anything I say throughout this film, and that's okay. I don't agree with most of what I hear in the mainstream media. That's because I'm looking for the truth and not just the story I'm supposed to believe. If you don't agree with me or see things a different way, well, it could be because you trust the mainstream media, meaning you do believe what you're supposed to believe, what this world wants you to believe, in which case I think you'll always be missing the truth. What I want to make clear from the start is that you're free to believe whatever you want, as am I. Eddie Bravo was on.
All right, let me go back and see what's going on here. What do we got going on in the chat? Hold on. Take a break for a second. We got 16 people. What's up, Carbide? What's up, Jenny TI? Yeah, Nixon called the moon. Nixon called the moon, dude, from this desk. So, We got a lot of people here tonight, you know. I don't know. There's a bunch of different things going on that I could show, you know, but we'll see where this is going. I don't know. Let it play for a few more minutes, I guess. We'll see where it's going. If I don't like where it's going, we'll just reroute it. We'll change course and we'll just watch something else. But see what's going on. I just don't care about politics too much, so we'll see what happens. If he gets into politics way too much, I'm just gonna lose interest. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we'll see what happens. Oh.
The Tinfoil Hat podcast and summed it up quite well when he said,
Hey, listen, I'd rather be thought of as an idiot for not trusting the government than a traitor for defending them. I would rather be thought as a moron for not trusting criminals than a sellout and a traitor for defending them.
I don't believe liars and I don't trust criminals. Once you've lied to me, I no longer see the need to believe anything you say. The difference is I'm not lying to you at any point throughout this film. I'm giving you my 100% honest opinion on the subjects discussed. Agree or disagree, these are my personal beliefs. Space has always been an amazing arena for populist politics and fantasy conceptions. When NASA began, the space pioneer and ex-Nazi SS member Wernher von Braun was an absolute genius at forging public opinion with the ideas of space and space travel. He knew the power of space-related gimmicks. Together with the other dream maker and fantasy extraordinaire Walt Disney, they joined up to greatly sway public opinion by presenting space as a sci-fi fantasy adventure, a reaching for the stars, much like a Disney movie. Wernher von Braun said, "There's no Bucks without Buck Rogers." Of course, Buck Rogers was a fictional space character that debuted in 1928, becoming a very popular comic strip. Then it became a television series. It was so popular that many newspapers launched their own science fiction strips right after. Imitators like Flash Gordon and Speed Spaulding and John Carter of Mars. The adventures of Buck Rogers became an important part of popular culture, and by 1930, Buck Rogers took his rocket ship and left Earth. Buck Rogers has been credited with bringing into popular media the concept of space exploration, following those few before him like Jules Verne and H.G. Wells, and those who came after him like Arthur C. Clarke. So, as Wernher von Braun said, there's no Bucks without Buck Rogers. Let's start there and talk a little bit about the money behind the space industry, because this is a terribly important aspect. Only once you completely understand the financial implications can you begin to understand why and how they continue to get away with going nowhere. First off, NASA receives $56 million a day of taxpayer money. While it may only be 0.5% of the yearly U.S. budget, they also get many other funds from donations, admissions, etc. But here is the most important fact to understand. Think of how big the music industry is worldwide. Enormous, right? Now think of the movie industry, Hollywood and global, even bigger. So where do you think the video game industry and economy rates with those two? What if I told you the video game industry is now more than the music and movie industries combined? Wow. This article states, forget about being a movie star, forget about becoming the next Beyonce. If you want to be rich and famous in the entertainment world, you should start playing video games right now. Gross video game sales have outweighed box office receipts for over 2 decades, and they surpassed home video and theater earnings combined 15 years ago. The video games industry has earned more revenue than the movie and music industries combined every year for the past 8 years. That's right, video games have passed the music and movie industry 15 years ago and have earned more revenue than the movie and music industries combined every year for the past 8 years. In 2018, the video game industry raked in $137 billion. That's $70 billion in mobile, $14 billion in tablet games, $56 billion in smartphone games, $33 billion in PC games, $4 billion in browser PC games, $28 billion in boxed and downloadable PC games, and over $34 billion in console video games, a total of $137 billion for that year. A huge industry compared to the movie industry, which only brought in $43 billion. Even if you include home entertainment and home theater, you still don't reach the video game industry. And music is less than half of the movie industry at only 20.5.
Listen, 43 billion, 20.5. I'll take $500 million. Give me $500 million, and I'll be fine. I'll probably be fine for the rest of my life easily. I can probably make do with $1,000. I can probably I could probably live my life fine with $1,000.
$500 billion. Crazy business, huh? Can you imagine one of those industries just going away because people realized it was all a fraud? Well, not really, because people know those industries are entertainment industries, selling fantasies, right? So where do you think the space industry stands compared to music, movies, and video games? What if I told you it is almost double all of them combined? Shocked? Well, you should be. The space industry was at $385 billion in 2017. Video games were at $137. Video games plus the movie industry, plus the home entertainment industry, plus the music industry don't even reach the space industry. So now you can start to see why presidents stand behind it, why it is needed, because it makes so much money and creates so many jobs.
$385 billion in 2017. It's more. They're getting more than that now. But I'm saying in 2017, $385 billion.
Jobs. Whether anyone goes anywhere or not, as long as you believe that they have gone somewhere or eventually will, the space economy continues to grow and thrive. So where do we go, Obama?
That's your tax dollars, people.
The moon? Mars?
You and I know this is a false choice. We have to fix our economy. We need to close our deficits, but for pennies on the dollar, the space program has fueled jobs and entire industries. For pennies on the dollar, the space program has improved our lives, advanced our society, strengthened our economy, and inspired generations of Americans. And I have no doubt that NASA can continue to fulfill this role.
Both of these articles claim that the space industry will soon be a $1 trillion industry. From Space News, it says, forecasts that predict the space industry to grow to $1 trillion by the 2040s will require the development of new markets, even with the modest annual growth rates needed to achieve the goal. A panel session on June 26th at Space Frontier Foundation's New Space 2018 conference here noted that several reports in the last year by investment banks predicted that the global space economy, currently valued at about $350 billion, could grow to $1 trillion or more in the 2040s. And from the Office of Space Commerce, it says, today the global space economy is roughly a $400 billion economy, of which about 80% is commercial activity, and the United States claims a little less than half of that commercial activity. We used to think about space activities being concentrated in a few key areas, in Florida and California, and in this great state of Texas. But the fact is that there's not an area of this country these days that isn't deeply affected by the space industry. That's very exciting, and it is a very promising time for the space industry as we have the convergence of leadership, finance, and technology that is creating opportunity at unprecedented speed. We used to think about space as an area where some new development was a decade away, but in fact, these days, it might be just 2 years or 2 months away. Of course, always in the future. Not here yet, but it'll be here soon.
Hi, I'm George Jetson, and I live in the 21st century. That's Elroy. You have to watch him or he'll track up the ceiling. Here I'm dropping Judy off at school. Blondes away! Oh, that's Jeannie, my wife. Rosie.
Coming, sir.
Are you starting to see NASA's role yet? Can you tell what importance NASA has? Make money, create jobs, inspire Americans, inspire the world, sell fantasy, but going anywhere isn't the important thing. Whether it's in 1980 for those around in 1960, or in 2000 for those of us who were around in 1980, or in 2020 for those people living in the year 2000, or in 2030 or 2040 for those of us living now. We will be going to Mars. We will return to the moon. We will launch a James Webb telescope. We will land and mine asteroids. We will redirect an incoming meteor. We will send another rover to Mars. We will have a colony. We will have a lunar base and launching pad. We will have a drone fly above the moons of Saturn. We just need more money and more time. We will continue to provide jobs. We will continue to inspire. We will continue to innovate. And we will continue doing what we've always done since 1958. Going nowhere. So who knows about the deception, you ask?
Going nowhere. Going nowhere. Let me come back over to the thing for a second. Let's talk. Let's communicate with the chat a little bit. Let's switch it up. I mean, I'm still gonna watch it. I like it. It's just a lot. You know, it's a lot to take in all at once. You know, you gotta kind of like go back and forth. You know, so how we doing in here? Who do we got in here? Mr. Super Sidewinder, Carbide, Morgan. Does anyone want to come on the show? I mean, I'm kind of lonely tonight, right? I should probably put out the link. Yeah, I'll put up the link. But you know what? We're gonna watch the space documentary. But we can talk. It doesn't matter. Just invite some people on the show. But also, I have some other stuff I want to show. I have some Mandela Effect stuff I want to show. Just some other stuff I've been looking at here and there. I haven't had a lot of time lately. What have you been looking at? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck have you been doing? You know, you guys are always wondering what I've been doing. What have you guys been up to? You know what I'm saying? What kind of research? What kind of research has been rolling around in your head lately? Let's talk about it. Well, I put the link out. I'm gonna play a song real quick because I'm rolling a joint, and I can put the NASA documentary back on. I will, but I think it's time for some music. I like the music. You guys like the music? I like the music. Why not? All right, yeah. We'll do that. That's what we'll do. All right.
No. Get the fuck out of here. You're fired. No. Get the better solution. You keep me on the payroll as an outside consultant. And in exchange for my salary, my job will be never to tell people these things that I know. I don't even have to come into the office. I can do this job from home.
Yo, if Earth's flat, why don't you fall off the edge? I heard that Mike Collins from Apollo is dead. My girth's fat girl, let's just crawl in the bed. Don't spit if you want, just swallow instead. Swallow instead. Can you hear me, Siri? Swallow instead. Hello, Siri. Is gravity a theory or a fact? Got my tampons in the house where my period's at. Get my rap on when I'm pissed about the serious crap. Passing so fast through space-time bends and how. After blasting through warp speed, we get to plaid. Don't listen if you don't like when I spit these raps. Rhymes I write like lightning, I write so fast. I'm like Mike Tyson, you ain't got a fighting chance. Yo, I'm going back to basics, flat smack in the faces. You can't have gas pressure without adjacent. To the vacuum of space, bitch, without a container. Like paying for a lawyer without a retainer. I ain't playing, about to let a slug out of this chamber. When you see a red dot, yo, no doubt it's a laser. Helio flatty dude, shot up for later, shot up for later. Flatty dude, shot up for later. I've been around the world, and I measure the earth, measure the earth. The devil, he's so clever with words, but level, don't ever mean curved, it never means curved, and meta, from the metaverse, playing Call of Duty help build my immunity up, insurance policy paying you, they usually bluff, I'm not saying they won't do it, but it's usually tough, the last few years I've seen some unusual stuff, but if I mention the shot, you say I'm off the beat, so now I'm beating off to the thoughts of shots in me. What a rotten little awful getting off scot-free. Son of a gun of a bitch I've come to be. Shaking up the game to break up the redundancy. And if it wasn't for work, they'd have no taxes. And if it wasn't for burnt, there'd be no ashes. And if it wasn't for birds, egg be no hatching. And if it wasn't for dirt, there'd be no traffic. And if it wasn't for hurts, there'd be no passion. And if it wasn't for learning, then why all the classes? If it wasn't for your purse, yo, I'd have nothing to snatch. And if I don't come in first, then I'm coming in last. I've been around the world, and I measure the earth, measure the earth. The devil, he's so clever with words, but level, don't ever mean curved, it never means curved, and meta, from the meta. All these atheists must hate my guts, cause I say to their face, space is fake and stuff. NASA astronauts, everything you say is suspect, cause I suspect you make it up. Not your average FE thespian beast, faster than faggots fasting at a lesbian feast. She that loves me the least will give me nothing to eat, but he that loves me the most will give me something to smoke. This ain't how I met your mother loving murder she wrote. The spin of the earth should've made your vertebrae broke. Every word that I spoke you couldn't refute it. Water finds a true level, so you couldn't dilute it. You couldn't dilute it. It can't be refuted. You couldn't dilute. You couldn't dilute. You couldn't dilute.
Who the f do you think you are, you crazy little shit?
Security? I am Jack's smirking revenge.
Hey, what's up, Morgan? How you been, man?
Hey, man.
How you doing?
Yeah, I gotta get in the StreamYard here. Okay, is it working? I just had to kill a couple of mosquitoes that were around me, so sorry, bro.
It's all right.
Yeah, those things are deadly right now. Yeah, man, right on. I'm in the chat with Morgan Tristram, and I'm on This Is Isabella Live, so that was cool. No, I went live because I was, when you turned on the, when you started
you're live right now too on your channel. You're streaming.
No, I was live, and then when you showed
that'd be cool.
Showing that, I went live on that, and then I put another song, whatever, and then I turned that off, and then just came back over here or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, just to make like, you know, a shout out or whatever for you. I couldn't change the name though from just singing and playing to shout out to Ray's channel. But like I did it in the show, I'll do that.
Your mic,
like 9 hours
Morgan,
to change the title.
Morgan, your mic is clicking and popping tonight. What's going on with that? It's like a click pop.
I know. I was trying to fix that before I came in.
It's like
I wanted to fix it to.
What do you think? What do you think it is? Is it on your end? Or you think it's StreamYard?
I was going to come in.
Yeah.
As on the other channel, but then it came on this one, so I just stuck with it.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah,
I mean,
now,
that's what I like about this show. Like I can just like shift courses if I want. You know what I mean? Like we were just doing a flat Earth show, but you know what? I decided I want to show some new Mandela effects today. I found so you know, we just like shift gears like this. Watch. Boom. Shift. So
Right on. I was able to change that name. Now it says "Shout Out to Boston Ray" is now the title of it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I'll have to what are you saying? A little while ago, the stream you did? That's cool.
Oh yeah, you're playing it right now?
I'm always looking out for new Mandela effects, you know what I'm saying? And I seen this one and I just wanted to play it real quick. Anytime I see anything about new Mandela effects, I always jump on it right away. Like, let's check it out.
Yep.
I don't know if it's good or not. You know, like don't shoot the messenger. You know, I'm just checking. I'm just looking at it too. Like, I'm looking at it like the rest of it, like everybody else. You know what I mean, Morgan?
Objectively, right?
Yeah. And then I got the.
Absolutely.
You know how the trolls.
You have to. If you don't investigate, who's going to, and look at it critically?
Yeah. What, it freeze up on me all of a sudden? Piece of shit.
Crazies, you're in the lab. Lee here, man. Y'all saw that title too as well. We're talking about 8 new Mandela effects to blow your mind, make you question this reality we live in currently at this time of day. Yes, 8 new Mandela effects to do what we do. But before we get this going, remember that some of these Mandela effects might not be new to you, but they will be new to somebody else. So please respect that. With that also said, y'all remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and leave me your comments down below about your Mandela effects and these as well. So without further ado, let's get this going. Number 8 for today, we're actually going to the world map and we're going to be talking about South Africa. Yes, South Africa and its location. As you see right here, I have the old map of the old location of where Mr. South Africa was and where it should still be. But as you know, in this reality, South Africa is so much closer to Africa now. Yes, that is correct. South Africa is no longer underneath the United States or Florida. It is slid over to the side, this little shimmy over there closer to original Africa. This is weird. This is odd. I haven't done this one yet on my channel, and I know this one is kind of an old one, but yet, what do you think and what do you believe on this one, and how do you remember South Africa? Do you always remember it being underneath the United States of America? Or do you remember it the way it is now, being just little skirts off of freaking Florida, so much closer to Africa?
Helps keep them extra crunchy and delicious. It's part of your...
That's right, you're great. And we're talking about Tony the Tiger and his wonderful, wonderful nose. Yes. Look at this picture here. This Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, let me grab that, right? Let me grab that, right?
As you saw in the commercial and there on the picture, he has a blue nose. Yes, it's a blue nose on the Tony the Tiger. Now, yes. In my reality, my past reality, or this reality I live in, or I remember Tony the Tiger having a black nose. Yes, as you see right there, a black nose. The original drawing of Tony the Tiger has a black nose. But as you see, even on the original drawing of Tony the Tiger, he still has a blue nose too as well. I went through this. There's so many pictures of these things, and Mr. Tony the Tiger himself with his nose in different ways and different shapes and forms. But I always remember Tony the Tiger's nose being black. But how do you remember Tony Tiger's nose being? Do you remember it always being blue the way it is now and always has been? Or are you like me and many others, remember it being black? That is right. Next, we're going to be talking about Cuba and...
Hold on. We got this. We got ads. We got ads to deal with. Fuck you. Oh, man.
How's the mic sounding,
dude?
How's the mic sounding now, Ray?
It sounds better.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
A little better, but it's still clicky. It's still clicky though. It's like a click pop.
Every time it goes on, I imagine. Yeah, it's a shitty.
Talking. But what can you do? You know, nobody's perfect.
6, we're going to be talking about Cuba. And as I was looking this up, and I was actually doing this part right here, I flipped over to the buoy in Key West. Now, the Mandela effect is that Cuba is so much closer to the Florida Keys than it's ever been. In my reality, I always remember Cuba being 100 miles from the Key West. There's a buoy that used to say 100 miles. But like I said, as I was doing this and doing the research, it is 90 miles away from Cuba. Key West, Cuba, 90 miles. 90 miles. Some say 88. And as I mentioned this buoy, I'm thinking about this buoy. I've seen this buoy 1,000 times. And it now says 90 miles from Cuba, which is odd to me. I always remember that buoy and Cuba being from the Key West to Cuba, 100 miles away. This hurts my feelings. I don't know if this is just my Mandela effect itself, because I live in Florida. I know this damn buoy. It's an iconic buoy. And now it says 90 miles away from Cuba. Cuba's 90 miles away from the Keys. Is it me? Is it reality? Is it the Mandela effect? How do you remember Cuba? Do you remember Cuba being 100 miles away, or do you remember it the way it is now? And apparently I'd never known it, because to me that's just odd to me, because I've seen this buoy and it is now 90 miles away.
Right. You're Jimmy, right? This is your house?
That's correct. Number 5, we're going to be talking about good old Polk.
You know what I remember, Ray?
License plate. You can recall Vic.
I remember Scarface.
What do you remember?
I remember Scarface, bro. I remember them on rafts coming in to American shores, man. Castro shitting all over us. They were coming in on rafts. Now, I know that 90 miles, 80 miles is pretty far, man. It's rather far. I mean, that's really far, man. Like to go on water. So that's how come that sounds kind of accurate to me. That's a hell of a fucking voyage to make on water, on the sea.
I remember when I went to school and they taught us about Cuba, and they showed it to us. It was small, dude. It was a little tiny little fucking shitty island, in the middle of nowhere. Now it's like a big piece of land. It's not
that
big,
looks correct.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know.
It looks 150.
And you're right. And I remember seeing the rafts too, like and I remember the Cubans coming in to Florida on the rafts, right?
That's right.
Remember that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And they locked them all in and made them wait for green cards, just like the movie.
That's why there's a lot of that's why there's a lot of Cubans living in Florida.
If they couldn't prove they had a job waiting for them, which meant a relative showing up with a letter and or a signature and a phone number,
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the trigger on this one. Let's keep playing it. It's going good.
Man, for showing this and finding this, man. Shout out to you, brother. I had to take it a little bit, throw it on my side, do my little bit, but you understand. And we're talking about the license plate. Yes, the license plate of Mr. Wolf. Take a look at this. Does this look right to you? Is this how you remember this? Seeing him pulling up and that license plate saying 3 something dump 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 dump? No, that is not how I remember it either. My reality recalls reality, millions of others' realities. We remember Mr. Wolf's license plate being personalized. Mr. Wolf. That is correct. You see it there, Mr. Wolf. That's how I remember it. And I was thinking to myself, well, maybe it was on the back.
The answer would be in here, ladies and gentlemen, in my VHS copy in my hands.
Not on the back. It is the same numbers you saw that was on the front of the license plate.
Well, you remember the Mr. Wolf thing, Morgan?
Ray, look.
Yeah.
It's a VHS copy in my hands, bro.
And does it say Mr. Wolf on the license plate? But did it change?
All I have to do is put it in.
Wait up, you still have a VHS player that works?
Dude, that's what I know. See, that's the thing that people don't understand. Yes.
You do? Dude, I have a VHS copy of Forrest Gump, dude. And I've been trying to find someone. I've been trying to find someone who can play it. Oh, you have one too? Oh.
Yeah, I got VHS
Dude.
copies of everything.
What, dude? Why don't you stream them all on Odyssey? You could stream every single one of those on Odyssey if you wanted to.
Right there. And I got one, and I got another one sitting in Chatham. And I got
You could
another
put
one
'em up-
sitting there in Chatham
don't
waiting
you-
for me too.
Yeah, if I were you, I would stream them. I would put them all up on Odyssey. Fuck it.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by putting them on Odyssey? Like,
Shout out.
oh, you mean like record
Odyssey?
record the vehicle record the vehicle going by.
No, stream the whole fucking thing. Stream every movie you have on VHS that's Mandela affected, right? Onto Odyssey, and see if we can find if the VHS tape is messed up or if it's just the digital copies. You know what I'm saying? Like people would watch that. Like we could do it through StreamYard. We could stream it on my Odyssey. If you could figure out a way, is there a way to hook the friggin' thing up to the fucking, make it so that we could play it on your screen? Like
I mean, I
Eddie,
turn this to the
say
TV.
like one night we want to do like Forrest Gump on VHS,
I
right?
think the TV's broken, but okay, I got other TVs. So heck yeah.
Is there a way that we
Smaller
can make
TVs.
it? We'll have to talk about this. If there's a way we can make it look good, we could stream it from my StreamYard onto my Odyssey channel, and we could like have like a watch party where we all watch like Forrest Gump on VHS. Because Odyssey won't fuck with us, and they won't copyright us, and they won't take us down.
Yeah,
we could do whatever the fuck we want on Odyssey, Morgan.
Go check them out. How do you remember?
But I mean, I've got a VHS copy to check.
License plate. Do you remember it the way it is, and it always has been? Read something, dump it, dump it, dump it, dump it. That is right. Number 4 is going to be my main man, Michael Jackson. Yes, I saw him in Frankfurt, Germany on August 29th, 1992. Dangerous concert on his birthday. It was one of the best concerts my entire life.
This guy's a Michael Jackson fan. He's seen him. It's one of his fucking favorite concerts of his entire life.
Yeah,
as well as this one actually comes from
it's
Mandela. Big shout
unbelievable.
out to her. I'm a big Michael fan. Get me back on that message. Man, I love Michael, and it has to do with the way you make me feel and the chorus of this. You really turned me on. That part right there. Well,
the keyboard in it is what takes his brain. He doesn't understand that. I mean, you have to understand that backbeat is going boom, 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 boom. The electronica went right to your brain.
You really turned me on. Even the back part of it, the repeat of that says, you really turned me on. And that's how I remember this song. I am a Michael fan. I used to dance in my damn drawers and my socks when I was a little kid. Man, I'm my mom's shoulder at the concert at 12 years old.
It was vibrational.
But I always remember turn me on, not turning me on. But how do you remember this, Michael Jackson? Do you always remember him saying, you're really turning me on? Or do you remember it like I remember it, and millions of us, Michael Jackson?
My lonely days are gone. My lonely days are gone. Yeah, I remember because I memorized it.
So how does it go, Morgan?
Hey, pretty baby with the high heels on, you get me feeling like never ever known. And like now I'll be working from 9 to 5, and I think everything to keep you by my side, like to buy you things, like so tell me, this baby, and tell me twice that you're the one for me, the way you make me feel. The way you make me feel, you really turn me on. You really turn me on. You knock me off of my feet now, got me off of my feet. Lonely days are gone. My lonely days are boom, 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 boom. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business but me and my baby. but you've got this boom, 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 going through it harder than the bass. The electronica 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 made out of 6 beats.
Morgan, we should learn that. We should learn that song. Listen, we should learn that song.
It's all about individual sounds that you could make on a synthesizer. And when a new album would come out, and you'd had different men, like, okay, the one guy, the producer was amazing. But the thing is, you'd have guys come in and they go, "Here's the new sound." And it would be a sound that you could make electronically because you could make people go, "Oh!" And they've been doing it ever since. It's been about sounds, and then you add those to your song. And the thing is, this song was the most Bad and Thriller were the most produced albums ever. And there was a guy that did it. Oh, what was his name again? He was black, amazing. Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones makes the best absolute album because he had the most tricks, the most things up his sleeve, like a guitarist on electric guitar who can make it do all those things back in the 80s, like Van Halen, who do, woo, woo, woo. We actually call them tricks. But yeah, man, and producers use them in movies too, like making different shots and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, as far as making the magic go, man, the artist that we're talking about, man, he really made it fly.
Yeah,
Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones. He had the best producers on his stuff.
So wait up. So what I'm trying to say was it you really turned me on, or you really turning me?
Turn me on. And what's he saying it is?
Turning. You really turning me on?
Is he saying you're really turning me on? Oh, maybe he was saying you're really turning me on. He could absolutely have been saying you're really turning me on. Absolutely, he could have been saying that.
So now that it changed. Some people remember it one way, and some people remember it the other way.
Oh,
it changed
because I didn't memorize it. So I'm saying in my memorization, you really turn me on. It absolutely could have those words. It could have.
But you know what I think about this, Morgan?
Because right? I repeated the sound, not the lyrics.
But like as a musician, right? All right, as a musician, Morgan, right?
Yes.
When you play a song for like 20, 40 years, right?
Yeah.
And you do all these crazy.
You mean like someone says on spot, play that song, Morgan? I play how it sounds every time. Screw what it says in the books. Screw what it says here and there.
No, but I'm saying like
but
I'm saying like even the words to your own songs, don't you change them sometimes? Like
hell yes.
Like, you know what I mean? You do, right? I do too. Like I might change a word or two, like here and there, every certain time I do it. So maybe people just heard different versions, and then like what happens is like. And then, like, what happens is, like, people
Jimmy
memorize.
Admits, blah, blah,
weird.
blah, blah, let my tequila. It's like wasted away again in Margaritaville. Searching for some people say that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. Okay, now that's the thing. But the thing is, he no longer says, like the woman thing or whatever, or like
some people say there's a what does he say now?
To blame.
Home on the range.
And then he said it's my own damn fault. He took that out and changed it after he stopped drinking, I think, to it's nobody's fault because he's an alcoholic.
Yeah,
so
he did.
He's blaming it. I'm pretty sure it's a song about his alcoholism and then letting it or whatever. And the thing is, but later on he changed it to, but I know it's nobody's fault. And I was like, whoa, when did he change that? But he went back and changed it. And the thing is, I was like, okay, that has to be a decision because the song's about his alcohol. And he has now become a, you know what I'm saying, a person that does not drink.
But are you sure it's not a Mandela effect?
Not positive.
Did you notice your own Mandela effect? Like you might have noticed it. You might have found one. Like, so you're saying that song changed, huh? So all right. So
yeah. It's like live all weekend. It's like.
So he used to say.
Now he says it's nobody's fault. Yeah.
But I know. It's my own damn fault, and now he says it's nobody's fault.
Yes. Bam.
Wow.
That's the case.
Wow. We got to look into that. We got to look into that more. You never know. Not right now. I'm saying I'm not gonna like.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm,
Yeah. No, write it down, but yeah, 'cause
my computer.
My brain is a.
My computer.
machine,
My computer sucks, and I don't have the capabilities to like just jump all around the internet like that. But at some point, I will. So soon, I think. But what is it? What's going on here?
That is right. Number 3 is going to be Independence Day, and actually the part where Will walks out, trips over the stuff, grabs a newspaper, looks up, hears all the people going around, looks up and sees a spaceship, and his girlfriend, before fiance, comes out with the cup of coffee, and well,
ads.
2, 1.
Ads are coming. Right. Yep. Ad alert.
Everybody take your Adderall pill. Everybody take your Adderall pill.
Yeah, ads. Jesus. Here it comes.
You want some of this coffee?
Now you're like me. You're thinking to yourself, there's a sequence in that scene that is missing. And you're right. She comes out there, asks him if he wants this cup of coffee. She looks up, she drops the coffee. That's how I remember that scene. I remember that scene so much. I watched this fucking video. I'm a freaking Will Smith fan. And that's an iconic part of that scene. I remember her dropping the coffee cup onto the ground, and it's... And the reason why I remember it and the reason why it was there is because she comes out asking if you want this cup of coffee. And that's a hint that kind of this cup of coffee is about to fucking fall. You don't mention something in a movie if you're not going to pair it off of it. It's just how it works. But how do you remember that scene? Do you remember it the way I remember it and many others remember it, where she drops the coffee cup? Or do you remember it the way it is, the way it always has been? She never even mishandles that coffee cup.
Incredible. One of the worst performances of my career, and they never doubted it for a second.
Number 2 is going to be my classic movie, good old Ferris Bueller Day Off. Yes, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I never.
This one is
I never seen this. I never seen this movie. Have you ever seen?
Oh yeah.
Look at
this.
Does Ferris Bueller, does Bueller look spelt right to you? If you say
no,
does it look spelled right to you?
No, it's FBI. It's missing. No, there's no, absolutely not.
What's wrong with it?
No, it needs eyes. FEI, like Ferris. There needs to be eyes way before there are eyes.
Yeah. Let's see what they say.
Yes. Well, you're from this reality. You've never seen the change of it. But if you're like me in this reality and many other people, Bueller never had 2 L's. And yet the E was before the U. Yes. You heard me right. No 2 L's. E before the U. And if you can't
having the right word,
here's a little bit for you. Yes, Bueller spelled with the B-E-U and with 1 L. That's how I remember Bueller being spelled. Ferris Bueller, not Ferris Bueller. It is weird to me, Bueller. It's just odd. It makes sense. Another spelling with this damn Mandela effect blows my mind because they like playing with letters. They like taking them out and adding them in and flipping them around. That's what they did with Caesar, and it blows my mind. But how do you remember Bueller being spelled? Do you remember Bueller being spelled the way you see it right here? It always has been with 2 L's and with the U and the E differently. Or do you remember it? I gotta remember it, and a few of us remember it being
weird.
Spelled with B.
Obviously, I have no opinion about the second word.
Number 1's for all.
I was just watching this yesterday on my own. This video.
Well,
And
Yeah.
a different version too with
Yeah.
him and
Yes, man.
Yoko.
Classic video, and it has changed now. Here, take a look.
Yeah, you see what he's wearing? He used to wear all white, right? He used to wear all white, right, Morgan? What do you remember? John Lennon, what do you remember him wearing?
I thought he was not that.
Yeah.
No, he matches the I'm pretty sure he matches the coat, but I can't say 100%. That's not what I was.
What'd you say?
And that wasn't the Mandela. That wasn't the thing that I was noticing different.
What
Let
did
it
you
play for a
notice?
second, and I'll probably catch it. I only had like one beat of the scene.
But I'm not the only one.
Do you see something off there? Do you remember?
He used to wear all white, like what he's wearing in Abbey Road in the cover.
Like,
Is that
I
what
remember
I
it.
don't?
Complete white. That was why it was all white. Yes, they were both supposed to be wearing right? But he is now wearing this black space jacket. I don't know where this jacket has come from. It looks totally fucking weird to me. And if I'm getting it wrong, blow my mind up, blow the comments up. But here's a little evidence of John, or
I
of
think
that
it's from
purity
years later, man. Like that's why I wanted to see it for a second, because I just watched something on this, okay, that showed this recording, okay, and recordings of this song, many different ones at different times with different videos. So I think that what they just showed
Where
you
is it?
is from years
do
after
you have
the
it?
original recording.
Yeah, do you have what you're talking about? Can we show it? Like,
Oh no, I'm
like,
just
I
saying
don't know,
that
like-
what you just saw.
Yeah.
That Yoko and him sitting
That'd
down
be-
at that piano. That's from years after that song was originally recorded by him.
Yeah, so you're saying that wasn't the original music video? They redid it?
I'm saying, like, see that's the thing, man. I can't unless you understand magic. Like,
It's weird.
they recorded multiple scenes at the time, even, so they can insert those into the original anytime they want, as long as they own the masters, which is a huge fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that people wonder how come it does matter, even well they can just play this of it. No, they actually can't, which is why they played so much for Michael Jackson's back history and shit like that.
So what you're trying
I
to
think
say
they
is
were
you
allowed to
think-
change the
you
video with
think-
actual footage
you-
they had at the time of him and her at
So-
a different
so
time,
you
in a
think-
different place, sitting at
yeah.
that piano, if not even sat down to record a different one with her and him sitting at the piano, so that Yoko could be at the piano, so that she would shut the fuck up.
So you're
oh,
saying
no, we did it, Yoko. Remember the one where you were sitting at the table? That's the actual one at the end.
I got you. I
Remember
got you.
where
I
I'm
know
going?
it. I know what you. Yeah.
The whole time you're singing, absolutely the whole time, babe.
Yeah.
Okay, then. As long as it's the one that I ruined.
Morgan, I know what you mean. So you're saying it has to do with the people that own the master copies
Yes,
of the
100%
of the originals.
Yes,
That
in
all
this
the
case, 'cause I
Mandela
know
effect.
music.
Yeah, the music. What about the movies though?
I don't know that industry. I've only worked in a little bit.
Yeah. But the music people who all right, so if someone changes a master copy like 40, 50 years later, if they have like more master copies with like other versions.
No, they'll
Oh,
all
how would it
change retroactively from that
It
point.
will. It will,
Including
right?
The next greatest hits that put out. And it'll get sent out to all the stations. All the old ones will not be legally allowed to be fucking played. I mean, if there's even a copy, if somebody has a recording, like they have to be destroyed. Like
Yeah. I'm following you. Yeah, man, you're making sense. That's crazy. That could be stuff like that could be happening
when you own a master, and that's what they do in that industry. And possibly movies are disc mastered too.
Yeah, we got to look into that. You know what? You just got me on a trail. I'm gonna look into master copies and things that like try to do a show on it. That'd be cool. All right, I'm gonna press play.
We can't afford Imagine, so just imagine this is Imagine.
Family Guy, remember that. That guy from the YouTube, he remembers the white suit. So you're telling me that our reality is wrong? He never were all white. They weren't all white. He was wearing a black complete suit, and Oko is in the white. It blows my mind because I remember the white suit. I remember that whole video. It was just all white. That's exactly what it was about. It was just white. So you can imagine just the beauty, the love of all the people, and it's just what it is. How do you remember this video? How do you remember John Lennon? Do you always remember John Lennon being in that black?
I got an idea. After this, Morgan, when this thing is over in like 1 minute, I'm gonna look up some stuff on master copies.
Space jacket, or do you remember it like many of us remember it being in a complete white suit? There you go. 8 new more Mandela effects there for you to blow your mind. Big shout out to Reality Victor. Big shout out to Mavius Mandela. Their links are down below, man. Show them some love. I showed them some. I love the fact that they found this. Sometimes, you just gotta come take it in. I don't take responsibility for this. They did that, but I can bring it in and put in my own little twist on it because that's what I do sometimes. I like this. But if you did enjoy this at any time, y'all remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and leave me those comments down below so we can talk about what we live in. Till then, man, y'all keep your mind open because those eyes will see every.
All right. So, got it. All right. Let me see what I got here. Give me a second. I want to check something out. I just want to look something up real quick. I just got a crazy. I'm rolling up a joint too, Morgan. So, play a couple of songs. Take a quick break. Everyone get a soda, get a popcorn. Do what you got to do. I'll do what I got to do. I like how he made the comparison to the zombies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To like the zombie apocalypse. He knows what's
going.
He knows what's
You
going.
got smart
He
people
knows
in the
what's
chat
going
too,
on.
man. Yeah, like if you check out your chat, they've been speaking on it like a little bit, like about like what you were talking about there and what you were checking out.
Yeah. So check this out. You're gonna like this, Morgan. So I looked up. You gave me an idea.
Yeah, like I just get this stuff from knowing the truth or whatever. It's cool. You can expand on it.
Let's look into master copies.
Yeah.
Look, what is the master copy of a recording? Let's see. So let's see what this says. This is mixed.
You got it.
What is no? I'm serious because this is interesting. Oh, yeah. I know what a master copy is. I know what it is. You know what it is. But I don't think everybody understands what we're talking about. So let's explain it to them. Let's break it down. Let's break it down for them. All right. So what is the master recording? In the music business, a master recording is the official original recording of a song. It's also referred to as master. It is a source from which all later copies are made. So like Morgan said, it is the source from which all later copies are made. Like the master copy is the source. Like, so any copy that comes out later, like, is made from the original master. Okay? That's what it says it right there. Master recording uses what power will the record label have? An artist agreement. I will look at all that too. Master recordings can be distinguished as tapes, discs, Pro Tools session files. That's why people use Pro Tools, dude. Pro Tools is fucking official. And I like Pro Tools. I've used Pro Tools a lot. Pro Tools is good. Pro Tools session files and digital formats such as MP3s. Owning the master recording is smart business. It is an important aspect of a deal you can't afford to ignore if you want to hit it big in the music business. What is that? What does it say? It is an important aspect of it. You can't afford to ignore it, Morgan.
Yeah,
if you want to make it big in the music business. That That is not to say that without owning the masters, you do not get a healthy income, just not the lion's share. So you don't get the lion, dude. That's funny they use that, not the lion's share, and they always use the lion head on everything. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck.
Oh yeah.
Prince, if you don't own your masters, the master owns you. Prince, if you don't own the masters, the master owns you, Morgan.
Oh yeah.
So
Because
even
it's
Prince
the
knew,
product.
and they can change it. They can change it if they want, right? Okay, I get
They
it.
own
And digital copies can be altered easily. So, yeah, we need to check these VHS tapes that we got, Morgan, and see if they change. Master recording uses. So now we know that owning the master recording and the legal rights to freely appropriate is the key to maximizing your money-making opportunities. Now you are free to claim the lion's share of the revenue generated from your mega hit songs. With the master recording, the owner could unilaterally license third parties to use it for TV, film, commercial adverts, or even sampling in other songs by other artists. So you can sample it into other songs, whatever the fuck you want if you have the master. The issue now is who owns the master recording. Is it the artist or the producer? Is it the record label or the recording studio? What do you think, Morgan?
Well, you see, the fact that I have a whole entire album out there, like with like 19 songs on it, that is recorded, that's on the shelves in a spot like that Indiana Jones thing where they go in that big vault and go, wah. I have license to la 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 la. No, can never go. I can't because I have a whole album out there. So I have a lot more like freedom with this stuff than other people because I can play whole bars. I can play anything almost and go, oh look, I got that on my album too.
Well, where is it?
I play a little bit of it all the time.
I know you do, but I'm saying, like where can everybody? You don't want to have like one spot
Anywhere,
where everybody can
Spotify, anywhere.
No,
anywhere.
This is what you should do. You should upload.
Anywhere. Go to a search bar.
All right.
Close your eyes and fucking throw the dart.
I get it. I'll search for it. I get what you're saying. I'll find it. Record label power. Forfeiting or sharing the legal rights to the master recording usually happens when, for instance, an artist needs the financial support. So an artist can forfeit the rights to a master. So an artist can sell the master, and then they could probably change it after that, right? If an artist sells the master, they can do whatever the fuck they want, right? Marketing and promotion of a label for the recording and release of their work. Then a deal is usually made that the artist should hand over the masters until an amount spent by the label in advance is earned. So they could use the masters as collateral. And if they don't pay it back, then the label gets to keep the masters. That's crazy. And then look, the implication is that the label can then use the masters as it pleases without the consent, approval, or necessary permission of the artist or producer.
The only thing that leverage you have left when they have done that is standing over your shit with gasoline.
You know, Morgan, you might be onto something. You might be onto something with this masters.
The only thing they can do at that point is if they're closer to it and they can, because if they can get a couple guys to you before you can light that match, they will. If you've got the masters on you and you're holding those against your chest,
I think you might have. I think you might have something here, Morgan.
These are the ones that they drop. These are the ones that they do the blood rituals over too, not the masters.
Yeah. All the
copies. Those are the ones that they spill the blood upon.
Yeah. All revenues made on the masters go to the label and are shared as agreed upon with the artist. So the revenues go to the label and then they pay the artist. It has become a popular practice that producers and sound engineers make such deals with up-and-coming artists to produce and record their songs for a part split of ownership over the masters. So that's why these artists get so mad when I play their music and stuff like that. That sucks. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's tough for you guys too. For a featured artist, the deal usually is, I've been talking to these record label people and they seem really cool. For a featured artist, the deal usually is to co-own the master since they contribute their own intellectual property in the form of lyrics to the song. Recording studios and production houses sometimes claim the argument that since their music, equipment, and expertise are used on the work, they deserve some rights to the masters. However, this argument is thought of as weak. Okay, so now you know what my next question is going to be, Morgan?
You promote though more, man. Like you help promote
But
the shit.
Yeah, but you know, like most radio stations pay them to every time they play their music, right?
Yeah, because they
Isn't
have
that true?
commercial people
They
that are paying
yeah,
them.
That's
why
in
it's
them.
like, hey, wait 1 second. This isn't just, oh yeah, we're all friends. It's like, wait 1 second. That guy just handed you a ton of fucking money. Oh yeah. What was that for?
Yeah,
we
yeah.
sell commercial time for that thing that we borrowed your thing as friends. Okay, I want a slice of that, please. And you're totally entitled to it too, as the person that actually wrote the songs that the radio station's playing. Absolutely, it makes complete sense, and that's how come there was a big poo-poo about it, because then once they were able to get that, now they can make deals for it.
Hold on, Morgan. Check this out. Now
Based
I'm
on
asking if someone buys a master copy of a classic recording or movie, can they change it retroactively? We're asking the right questions tonight, baby. I'm telling you, it's that Flat Earth Farms. It's definitely the Flat Earth Farms. All right, let's see what it says.
That was a good question.
Copyright guidelines for showing movies and other audiovisual work. All right, let's check this out, and we'll look at we'll look at them all because this is interesting to me because I was in the music business before. You were in the music business before. We both we both know about this. So this is a good topic. This is a good topic for us. Copyright guidelines for showing movies and other audiovisual works. When you buy, rent, or what is this? Rhode Island School of Design. Steve McDonald. Old McDonald had a farm. When you buy, rent, or borrow a DVD or videotape of a movie
stuff,
made by someone else, you normally obtain only the copy and not the underlying copyrights to the movie. You certainly are free to watch the movie yourself, but beyond that, your rights are very limited by law. In particular, you do not have the right to show the movie to the public. In most cases, doing that requires a separate public performance license from the copyright owner. Oh, that's why they get so pissed off at me when I show that. Yeah. That's why they get. They know the deal.
At the beginning of each
I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little ignorant. To determine whether you need such a license, you must determine whether what you want to do would constitute a public performance, and if so, yeah. Well, I am doing a public performance, though. I am.
Yeah,
So
and that's how you know that you're not. That's not a good thing as far as copyright goes. That's a bad thing because are you making money? Or are you doing it for education? It's like, okay, well,
well, I'm not monetized. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think what I do is fair use.
Are you
for now?
Are you a grant run educational thing, or? Like,
I'm trying to educate the public to the tyranny that's going on.
Do you have that written down somewhere legally?
I wish. Yeah, Morgan. It's in my safe of legality papers. All right. The showing of a movie will be considered to be a public performance if either of the following is true. You will be showing the movie to people other than members of your family or a small group of your friends. What is it?
This involves Interpol.
It does?
All the countries have made an agreement one to another that sell movies.
We're getting serious now.
Yeah, it's
But
the one
this-
at the
but-
beginning that says you can serve up to like a whole bunch of years in jail, and I think $500,000, and I think it might be more now.
Wow.
It's the classic warning that's shown in front of every home movie. It used to be. That's the thing now. You guys can click through it on DVDs. We didn't used to be able to. We used to have to sit through that for 30
They are
seconds
not.
before every movie that we've ever watched on VHS has the Interpol warning first. Yeah. You guys don't see that anymore. We used to have to. Every movie we've ever watched on VHS.
What's this?
It's wild.
Here we go. How to buy recordings. How to buy the rights to master recordings from defunct independent record labels from the 50s and 60s.
Kooky, lend me your comb.
yeah. I don't
Let
even
me-
feel like dealing with this. I don't even feel like dealing with this right now.
lemon tarts and a ring of pearls. Do
All right,
up, do up, do up, do up, do up.
Switching gears again. All right, what do we got going on? What time is it? How long have we been going for? 2 hours. All right. I need a break, dude. I'm sorry, guys. I need another break. I need another break tonight. I'm sorry. I'm taking breaks. I'm taking breaks left and right. Taking breaks left and right tonight. It's fine. I don't care what you people think.
We need to
We're
know,
gonna
man.
we're gonna switch gears though. We're gonna switch gears. So first, let me. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put the invite out again just in case you people didn't get the message because only Morgan showed up. I wanted people to show up. You know what I'm saying? I put the invite out earlier, but maybe it disappeared. I don't know. You guys got to keep track of that shit. It's not my responsibility. So,
what would you do?
Yeah. No, we're gonna play something cool when I come back. I need to get a refreshment. I need to take a bathroom break, and I need to roll a joint. And we're gonna
I can look that up if you want.
Look up something good to show, Morgan. Something cool, whatever you want to show, and you can screen share it, whatever you want to show. All right. And I put the link out. I'm gonna play a song, and then we'll be back. All right. And I'm gonna put DN's dog. I hope DN got home. DN was last I heard. DN was going home yet. I don't know what happened though. You know what?
Hey, Ray.
Hey, Matt Pine,
Hey,
right
how
on.
you doing? How you doing, Pine Man? Thanks for
Good,
coming
man.
on.
Right
I was
that,
like,
Ray.
I wasn't even planning on doing a show tonight, and then like I had like nobody to do a show with, and then I just kind of just said fuck it and just did it anyway. You know what I mean? And then people still show up, and I'm happy about that. But go ahead. You want to show something, Morgan? Because I have something I want.
I got that ready. I got that ready. So
all right, put it up.
Okay, so I hit share. You can't do got me long again. So I hit share, right?
Yeah, you got to hit share.
I go share
and make
screen,
sure
right?
and you make sure you share the audio. If it's a video, you want to share the audio too. You got to click the little box in the corner that says share audio, so that way the audio from the
I don't
video.
have any of that on my screen, bro. Sorry.
when you press share, and it shows the box that pops up.
Yeah, you go to the bottom right-hand corner.
There's a little bot, like a little
Like a
tiny
little square,
box,
the bottom right-hand
little
corner, man.
square.
Click on it.
No.
Share system
Click on
audio.
that and you get a full screen.
That too.
No idea. Oh, I see what you're saying. Some screens that you share audio. Yeah, I think one already does. Like it says, look for your share. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. One probably already does.
I think you were fine last time, so I think you'll be fine this time. What are you trying to show?
Oh, I think. Hang on. Yeah, see, I don't understand. Like, the thing here. Like,
I just had a police helicopter buzz me, man. Fucking twice.
Really? For what?
Once one way and then once the other way, man.
Just for no reason? Just that's always
Right
nice.
over my head, man. Right over my head. One way and then the other way. And then he went and he fucked off.
I have no idea what's going on.
They just like fucking with people.
Not hanging around, man. He was doing like a lap, like he was looking for someone, you know? But after he buzzed me the second time, man, he left.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know.
where'd you
Dude,
go? What's going on? I thought there was
they're
an
probably
emergency.
up there. They're probably up there smoking, laughing their asses
Oh,
off.
I gave them a salute, mate. I gave them a wave.
Let's fly in on this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
they fucking hate me, mate. No shit. It's not the first time that's happened either, man. I've caught them on video plenty of times. Man.
They do that in the desert areas over here too. There's police
Huh?
helicopters. Yeah, but hey, I want to show. Morgan, real quick. While you figure that out, I want to share something. It's like 12 minutes long. So you know how we've been following the Nephilim look like clowns thing, right? Well, there's a new one that came out. It's called the Nephilim Looks Like Clowns, The Land Down Under. So it's about Australia, and I wanted to show it because you're here, okay? And I want your opinion on it because I'm not from Australia. You ready? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's give it a go.
Give it a go. Oh, yeah. I remember this channel. Yeah, man, they're from Melbourne, man. Zig and Zag.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another video. Today, we're going to be talking Nephilim Look Like Clowns, Part 6, The Land Down Under. So our focus is going to be on Australia and clowns. So to get us started, let me introduce you to this clown from Australia called Zig and Zag, of all things. And just as a refresher to the previous episode, I touched upon John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown from Illinois, who, when they searched his house, they...
So wait up. Zig and Zag is from Australia. Is that what you're saying?
They're from my city, man. They're from my city. They're famous, mate. Yeah, fucking heaps of children grew up.
Yeah, they're big. I know.
Yeah, in the 60s and maybe
What is it?
early 70s, man. Yeah.
What is it like? Was it like the Australian version of Bozo? You know, the American clown Bozo.
Yeah, man. They
We
were
had a clown
fucking
called-
huge. They were huge, man.
Yeah,
huge.
yeah.
In Melbourne,
all right.
where I live, man.
I never heard of him. All right.
Yeah, I think they're both dead now, man. But yeah, I remember one of them dying not long ago. Yeah.
He usually gets good with this. It's only 12 minutes. We'll get
all
it.
these clown paintings and all this zigzag wallpaper. And also I touched on some phenomenon. One of them was called liquid crystal polarization, and it just appears to form these zigzag patterns.
Also, when I seen the clown gesture run at me, it ran at me in a zigzag. And I didn't even know I didn't even make the zigzag connection until now.
As well, and it connects to people unawares. So it's just really interesting that all these things just keep coming back.
Lightning
So
bolt,
I
man.
find
Double
their
lightning bolt.
names really interesting for starters. The previous episode, I also touched on this connection with like dairy companies to these clowns and these clowns appearing on milk cartons.
Yeah, it's like the lightning bolt. Exactly. It's like the lightning bolt. Exactly what it is.
And just being related to milk. And this Zig and Zag, one of their biggest sponsors actually was not necessarily a dairy company, but it was this Peter's ice cream company. And so that's kind of milk adjacent, but we're going to get into this ice cream company shortly. But this clown duo, they were a yearly participant in this festival called the Moomba Festival. But
the Moomba
at
Festival
some
is,
point in the
it's a huge
90s,
festival we have in
allegations
Easter,
of
man,
sexual
every year.
conduct were brought against one of the...
Oh yeah, what it's like your Macy's Easter Day Parade. That's what it's like. We have this thing called like the Macy's, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like your
I thought
Macy's,
they
man.
did.
Yeah,
I thought they
yeah,
did.
yeah. Same sort of shit. Yeah, same.
Yeah. Wow, it's crazy. Hey! Can I ask you a question? Is this one owned by the Jews? Moomba? Are they owned by the Jews?
No, Moomba is I think it's an Aboriginal word, man. And yeah, it's supposed to respect. It's supposed to respect the original.
No, it's not. Someone called me a racist and a bigot. I'm not racist. Listen. My family. All right. Michelle's family is half black, right? Michelle has black people in her family. My family, I have Spanish people in my family. My nephew's a half Spanish, half Puerto Rican, half Dominican. I'm German, Jewish, Italian, Sicilian.
The festival,
Swedish,
the festival, man, is the festival's mainly based around the river that runs through the middle of the city. It's called the Yarra River, and yeah, it's all about. There's a big, like a fair around on both sides of the both sides of the water, both sides of the river, and they have water skiing.
No. The reason why I asked is because Macy's is owned by the Jews. You know what I mean?
They have a big parade with floats and shit, man. Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah, that's what they do. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Same type of deal.
It goes for 3 days, man. No, 4 days over Easter.
Members of Zig and Zag, and when
here we
that came
go.
to
Here
light,
we go.
they were eventually done for, and they were removed from participation from this festival, as well as television appearances and all that. So that's sort of how it all ended. Not too much of a surprise, but yeah, there's this yearly festival in Melbourne. It's considered Australia's largest free community festival. So getting back to this ice cream company, Teeter's Ice Cream. And again, they were the biggest sponsor of Zig and Zag, the clown duo who painted their faces white. Well, they also were supported.
So what about Peter's Ice Cream?
Peter's Ice Cream, yeah, it's a company from
What's all that?
ice cream company. It's an ice cream company from Melbourne, and it's famous
good
in
stuff?
Australia, man. Yeah. Hey?
Is it good shit? Is it good? Is it good stuff? Good stuff?
It's
Good ice
probably
cream?
like one step above fucking home brand. You know what I mean? It's not that good. You know your plain label, black and yellow, black and gold, whatever you want to call it. Best Buy, fucking Costco, fucking. It's like one step above shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. It's creamy, man.
It's decent.
You know, it's probably.
Yeah, I know.
I guarantee it's
not
full
like
of fucking colours and preservatives and flavors and shit that you shouldn't be fucking eating. Nothing natural, you know. They do have natural ice cream. Some of it's good, man. It's not bad.
I eat a bunch of bullshit. All right, let's go. I'm gonna let it play. I didn't know Kisses from Australia. I thought they were from.
Orders of
No,
the
they're not from Australia. No, they fucking come here all the time. They're American, man.
They're not.
They're all from fucking Jersey.
I thought Kisses from Jersey.
Yeah,
I thought
man.
they were
I'm
from
pretty
like
sure.
the U. I thought they were from the UK or something.
Pretty
No?
sure they're fucking
Maybe-
from Jersey, man.
Wow. All right.
are well known for painting their faces and white and all sorts of other antics. But this ice cream company, they relaunched these ice blocks. We would call it in North America a popsicle or popsicles. But
Do you remember when? Do you remember in the '80s when Kiss took all their makeup off and came out with like a whole album with no makeup and they
unmasked,
tried to like make? They tried to do their whole thing without the makeup and like nobody like cared about it, and then they went back to the makeup again.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Have you
They
seen
tried to
Ace
do
Fre-
it. They
have you-
tried
have-
to do
Have
away.
you seen fucking Paul Stanley, man? Without makeup, fuck me dead.
With the tongue? With the tongue? Yeah.
Call it an ice block. So they released these the specialty
Put the makeup
for
back on.
Kiss tour that came to Australia in 2013. And here's just them advertising this new ice cream here.
There he is.
And here's
The
some of the
elephant man.
packaging. And of course, the colors were black, red, and white. And I know that holds some occult significance.
And
But I was
it's called the Thunderbolt, and it has a zigzag on it.
reading this interesting blog talking about
They
this
came to
whole
Melbourne, man, in
connection
1980.
and
They played at fucking,
Yes,
they played at a
they
football
mentioned
stadium.
how in a bizarre
It was the
market,
fucking biggest concert ever,
33 years
outdoor
after
concert.
first tour, we launched this ice cream again 33 years after the first tour. So I guess
They relaunched the ice cream 33 years after the
Yeah,
first tour.
33, huh?
And look at that. Even the kiss almost looks like a. Well,
I remember it, man. I
Oh,
fucking remember that
Kiss
shit.
tour.
Fucking remember that. Everything was
You remember
Kiss.
this-
Kiss
you remember
bubblegum,
this
Kiss
ice-
all fucking Kiss icy poles, Kiss everything, mate.
Yeah. Wow.
1980, where they initially launched these ice blocks or these popsicles. So they waited 33 years.
So they waited 33 years. But yeah, needless to say, Kiss did very well off making money in Australia, basically.
Oh,
It
fuck
seems
yeah. Well, Australia's Kiss
marketing.
fucking crazy, man.
And
We got a, I think Australia has the biggest Kiss army in the world, man. That's what I heard.
Yeah. I don't want the Kiss Army to attack me, so I'm just going to let it
tour,
go.
the one in 2013, is the Kiss Monster Tour. And what's interesting though is Kiss actually came to Australia at least one other time in 2001, and they didn't relaunch the ice cream. At that point, they waited until 2013, where you have your 33 years and the Kiss Monster Tour. So interesting stuff with just the timing,
New World Order.
colors, the connection between
Gin
this
Warriors
company and
3.
Zig and Zag. Hits of all
And the
people.
clown is on the cover.
Interesting stuff. This is just an article talking about Kissteria, a look back at the 1980
Hey, 1980,
Australian
man, that was
Kiss
the
tour. And here's just a photo from Sydney
VFL
Town
Park
Hall
in
in
Melbourne,
1980. Just weird stuff. Now,
50,000
while doing the
fucking
research
screaming peanuts.
for
50,000
Peter's Ice
fucking
Cream,
screaming-
this whole topic,
What is this? The black and white milk bar?
I came across these milk bars that were opened. I think the first one was opened in Sydney in 1932, and I think it's supposed to be the equivalent of like a soda bar in the United States from the 1930s. So they serve milkshakes and all these sorts of things.
Well,
but
you guys had something over in Australia called a milk bar. That's like the movie Clockwork Orange. That's what they're talking
Yes.
about, a milk bar,
Yeah.
right? They all
That's
met
right.
at the milk bar. What? So what happened? People used to go there and they used to serve them milk, like kids from school.
Nah, milk bars. Milk
Soda
bars like
shop.
a corner store, man. Corner store.
The soda shop.
Oh, it's like a corner. It's like a corner store, and they sell.
Corner
and they
store,
also
man. We
sell
call them
Milkshake
milk
shops.
bars.
They put them in pharmacies, Ray. They'd usually be found in pharmacies, attached to pharmacies, because they'd have the pumps, the soda pumps.
Oh, interesting.
That's where you get the. They call them fountain. They call them fountain.
Very, very interesting. So we have the Clockwork Orange connection. All right, cool.
Okay. Like that.
Buffering.
the name of it was interesting. I thought the black and white 4D milk bar. And I don't really have a whole lot to say about these milk bars, with the exception that in only a few years, 4,000 other milk bars opened across the country, in New Zealand and other countries in the region as well. So there was an explosion of these
very
milk
strange.
bars, and I don't really.
It was an explosion, and they called it the milk bar boom, baby. It was the boom, baby, across the whole fucking country. With the milk bar boom, baby. But then the newspapers just took that away, and they just called it this. They just gave it this other name.
Yeah, generally they just look like a fucking corner store, man. That's, you know, this is very weird.
Mentioning, and it's related to Australia and milk as well. So there's that. Now, just briefly, there seems to be several acts that go by the name of Zig and Zag, and there was a group of Irish puppets called Zig and Zag And I guess they were big in the 90s, but they would interview some relatively famous people like Robin Williams and Donald Trump. So yeah, so there's that. So I think now I want to move on to a update on B.O.B. or Bob. Okay, sticking with the Australian theme, there is, or there was, a coin called the Australian shilling, and apparently a slang term for that was bob. It was informally called a bob. Interesting, I didn't know that. I just came across that, and this shilling there were several versions of it, and I think it was in circulation for about 53 years in Australia. But one of those coins had, I believe, a merino ram on the reverse side, which is a tribute to the wool industry, which does make sense, but you never know with these guys. But where I wanted to go with this is, and again, I'm not an expert on Australian or British coinage, but 12 pence equals 1 shilling. And I guess the plural of a penny is pence when referring to an amount of money. So this shilling is comprised of 12 pence, which can be reduced to a single penny. So I just want to make that note that can be reduced to a penny. But when I was looking into these shillings, and which were informally called a bob, there was somebody asking, why was a shilling called a bob? Does anybody know? And I found an article talking about how that the term bob for the shilling goes back to 1700s, but its origin here. So just what came to my mind was I started thinking about Bob and pennies, Pennywise. And this Bob, B.O.B. the rapper, released this single back in, I guess, 2019, right around Halloween, called Pennywise, probably in relation to that clown which was featured in that series called It, those novels turned into TV series as well as movies. But one of the forms of this creature called It was this clown called Pennywise. And I'm going to make the connection to Bob and pennies here. But another form of this creature that was called It, and I should mention also, it's unclear how Pennywise got his name, but another form of this creature, It, was this person by the name of Bob Gray, who was more humanoid with a large forehead. And there seems to be a connection with Bob Gray and Pennywise and It. So just interesting. You got this unit of currency called the shilling, but it goes by the name of Bob. And they're comprised of, ultimately you can reduce it to a penny. And then there's this character called Pennywise. And just really interesting. And again, just that name Bob, and you have in Twin Peaks that interdimensional possessing spirit called Bob. And it's just with the zigzag patterns and just weird stuff. So I just wanted to mention that. And just one brief point in the history of the creature, it goes into hibernation for a period of 25 to 27 years. And apparently there was some articles just talking about, why does it wait 27 years between its attacks? But I guess they waited to release the movie It after the initial TV series, and I think it was like 1990. They waited 27 years to release the next movie of It. And I think there was one in 2019 as well, but there was this 27-year period. So they waited this specific period of time. And it just reminded me again of going back to Twin Peaks. At the end of the second season of Twin Peaks, it appeared that one of the main characters, Agent Cooper, got possessed by this Bob, and he was in this alternate dimension. And another character called Laura Palmer tells him, "I'll see you again in 25 years." And she says that, and then I believe that the next season of Twin Peaks came back. I believe it was right around 27, 28 years. So they waited like a specific amount of time to release season 3, just sort of like what they did with It. So interesting, man, interesting stuff. So I don't know what to do with that, but thought I'd mention it. So now let me do one last update and related to milk once again. Okay, there's also a couple of TV shows that feature milk or milk-like substances in their intros and even throughout those TV series. And one of them is Westworld, which has an interesting intro that features this milk-like substance and these robots. And there's even a Westworld wiki, which has a subsection related to milk, because milk in this white liquid is a recurring theme of Westworld. And there's just whole scenes that feature milk or this milk-like substance. And there's just this, like I said, a lot of photos showing some of these scenes. And it's either this milk or this white liquid. And yeah, it's just, there's something to all that. And there's another show called Evil, which features the demonic. And I guess it also has an intro which show milk. I believe it was created by Robert and Michelle King. So it's just interesting that this just keeps coming up. And I just wanted to mention that and bring this to your attention. So I think that's it for today. And I also wanted to give a shout out to my patrons. Your help and support is greatly appreciated. And I think that's about all I have for you for today. So until next time, take care. Bye.
Yeah, I haven't heard of those packs in a while. The zigzag packs, man. They don't anymore. They have these on the cover, and they took off the face, the sailor face, the John Players, smoking the cigarette, right?
Yeah, we've got zigzag papers too, man. Yeah.
Exactly.
Rolling paper.
And that's what I got too, Ray. I got them long ones too. Yeah, them orange ones. Yeah, it's not on there either, is it?
I never liked them, man. I thought they were fucking creepy as fuck. They're probably both gay. They were probably rooting each other. They were both weird fucking old men, mate. But every year we have a children's hospital telethon, you know, to raise money for children. It's called the Royal Children's Hospital in Melbourne. On Good Friday, every year, man. And they, zig and zag, they were always there. They were always promoting it, man. And
yeah, they were always they got clowns at the children's hospitals here, too. And they make it sound like it's some brighten up the children's spirits, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's some children and clowns. I don't know.
I never liked clowns, man, when I was a kid. Apart from probably Ronald McDonald, I suppose.
No, I don't like them either. There was another video.
I wasn't big on clowns, man.
Let me get it up. There was another video I wanted to play, which you know, we always got to check in with our peoples all around the YouTube platform. I like to look at and bring people together and try to help people out.
Yeah. That's an evil-looking clown, that one.
Yeah.
So
Gin.
here
Oh,
we go.
jeez.
Here we go.
That's a
What
good
was that?
name, man, isn't it?
Oh,
Gin. Gin Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, here we go. I think I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some creepy artwork, man. Crazy.
All right. This should work in a second. Let me get rid of the ad. Hold on.
Introduction.
Give me a second.
Dan Brown. Dan
All right,
Brown, the
so-
author. Is that the same Dan Brown?
Yeah, bro.
Morgan? Yeah.
Yes. Yep. I got it. I got Dan Brown's books right here. The other one.
Yeah.
What do you got, Morgan?
Angels and Demons. Yep.
Angels and Demons. Yeah.
Yep. And
All
the
right.
other one, Inferno. That's the other one.
Yeah.
The other Dan Brown book is Inferno.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the hard copies right there. Just take 2 steps.
It's easy to give truth in fiction, like cartoons and shit.
Yeah.
Because no one pays attention to it. They think it's all fantasy. You're not supposed to pay attention to it.
So this is the latest John Levy video. Is pretty good. Look at that.
On batteries?
Yeah, you seen it?
I want a little bit of it, man. I didn't.
Well, that's why I do this. That's why I do these.
Welcome.
These types of streams, Morgan.
Watch it together, eh? Fucking right. Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, right. Why not? That's the whole point, right? I mean, it's better. It's better to watch it together than watch it alone, right? And I don't have time to watch
That's right.
it alone either anymore.
That's the way it's going to the web. It looks, or the internet, or like the YouTube.
Be free. Next, my recording setup. Good or bad idea? Bad. Sorry, I'm just warming up. So much to share, and I shouldn't even be sharing what I'm going to share right now. I just recently did some boots on the ground in Colorado, looking at some more coke kilns. But this is meant to just be a little segment. Who knows how long it'll go. I thought we should just look at an electric battery and understand it a little better. I live off of batteries. My solar system has 4 100 amp hour batteries, and these power my house. This computer I'm on, the damn mini fridge next to me. An electric battery is a source of electric power consisting of one or more electrochemical cells with external connections for powering electrical devices. I don't know, this picture's kind of a giveaway. Where am I going with this? And I'm not an electrical engineer, and not even well versed. I did build my solar system, and I've always tinkered with wires, but I'm no expert. I believe in free energy and gathering charge from the ether, and have seen all the experiments, many on YouTube, where people send a wire up, either by drone or tower, and gather a charge of electricity. This is a fact. For me, building a tower and getting a wire up there would be more expensive than having my solar system. I have 4 panels, and I could use more. I think one could use 10 panels, 200 watts each, 70% of them on the south side, and the rest on the east and west. When a battery is supplying power, its positive terminal is the cathode. We see that on the top of the battery. We have hypothesized that we see this on top of buildings. The cathode, or the cathedral. And I don't want to get too technical. Its negative terminal is the anode. The terminal marked negative is the source of electrons that will flow through an external circuit to the positive terminal. When a battery is connected to an external electric load, a reaction converts high energy reactants to lower energy products, and the free energy difference is delivered to the external circuit as electrical energy. Historically, the term battery specifically referred to a device composed of multiple cells. However, the usage has evolved to include devices composed of a single cell. So very interesting. Historically, the term referred to a device composed of multiple cells. And that's what we do. We link these cells together, making a massive battery. And now when we look up battery forts, we see that historically they called these military forts batteries. All these Civil War ruins coined batteries, and just way over the top, we're told they would have placed cannons in each one of these cells. And did these cells have another purpose? Is simply my question right now. Is a cell really a cell? Or was the placement of cannons in each of these cells simply a repurposement? And most of these old world batteries or forts or star forts were repurposed into anything, oftentimes prisons or prison cells. And honestly, that makes even more sense than the cannon story. Is it by accident or by design that they would name these batteries? Did the inheritors know their true purpose and have no shame when they named them long before the advent of power? And it wouldn't be until now, barely, that we might begin to understand what these buildings actually were. Are we dealing with power cells? Are we dealing with cathodes when we see what we in this community call antiquitech, antique technology? When I went out to the coke kilns in Sunnyside, Utah, I was dumbfounded. Eventually, it became clear that this was the top of a larger structure, and that all these domes interconnected were actually most likely acting as a battery. Such a thing is the only thing that makes sense. And even when we look at these old fortifications, some of the oldest ruins in North America, we see they're called batteries. Battery Russell at Fort Stevens in Oregon, section after section after section, vitrified, explaining the heat. Batteries produce heat. Batteries must discharge and sometimes explode or have meltdowns. Here we see Battery Potter in Canada, and really lending to the idea that the buildings were functional. And these are the batteries. The buildings are gone. In some cases, we see parts of the buildings remaining, such as this battery at Fort Wadsworth. But in some cases, all that remains is the slightest footprint, the foundation, and whatever's underneath it. As we can see here at the battery Pensacola. And the narrative would tell us they here. Here's another example. The building is gone, but the battery remains. Here we can see an old image of a battery buried. In past videos, I've called these plug holes many different things, but today we're calling them batteries, as they call them. And the plug holes now seem like we would have had the cathode connected to these points. Again, the top of a battery. And this one is very interesting. We see kind of a Greco-Roman looking building. And this is Battery Hoskins. Battery Hoskins, 1921 to 46 in Galveston County, Texas. And it looks like they've built a hotel over this fort. Here we go. Very similar to what we saw with the ruins at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in California. Clearly ruins underneath, and they covered it with a golf course and a hotel. Very convenient. But I digress. So all these plug holes, they have plugged something up. They've plugged up the cathodes. All this old tech has been covered up, now just seeming pointless. Now people visit these sites and think cannons and balls. What a stupid place to put a cannon. I really should be making a video on this exploration that I recently went on. This is in Colorado. Again, lime kiln, and seeing the same signs of heat damage as you can see here. And I simply propose that the kiln and the military battery may have actually been batteries or power plants. This one could not have been any more in the middle of nowhere. Here I'm south of the town of Carbondale, and even further south than Carbondale, just in the middle of nowhere. There's even a sign that warns you that there's no services for 60 miles. And out here, we have these historic coke ovens out here. And really, what do you need when you're out of nowhere? You need power. And that's something that all of these military fortifications and lime kilns and coke ovens have in common. They're in the middle of nowhere, inaccessible 6 months out of the year before the invention of the automobile. And what makes the most sense is these are the remains of old world batteries, which would have worked in conjunction with the power source. And in my opinion, these would have been demolished if they didn't serve useful. I think they did do some coal coking in these ovens. They didn't know what else to do with them, these old batteries. And we can actually see that here. And later in time, they came and rebuilt them to suit their purpose. Concrete, newer block type of cinder, and iron to affix doors to. Eventually they abandoned these practices, and if we're lucky, a historic society comes in and sees value and protects whatever remains. And again, this video will be shared in more depth, but I kind of just wanted to give you a little taste of what I saw and what's been on my mind lately. And I want to finish off with some castles in the Napa Valley. We've discussed the insane asylum. I think it's called Kirkbride. The insane asylum castle in the Napa Valley, the beautiful winemaking Napa Valley in California. And they had this insane asylum castle way before they had the population to require such things. And it turns out the Napa Valley is full of ruins, full of castles and old walls that remind me of the Cyclopean walls in Greece and just everywhere. The Cyclopean walls are found everywhere, but they are more famous in Greece. And one might attribute it to a cyclops. When we see what looks like a rough construction, I think that's what they want to portray, a primitive, rough, barbaric cyclops construction, but actually I believe this was very fine at one point. And all the mortar and lime has vanished, either through heat or water or both. And what we're left with is something that looks semi-primitive, but is anything but. And this is Greece, and today I want to take you to the Napa Valley. The Napa Valley of California, and in particular Soda Canyon. So we're going to look at this channel here called I Am Kairos. A really great channel, does boots on the ground. And I've watched many of his videos and have been wanting to share all of them. And today I watched this one this morning, a 12-minute video, and I thought today's the day. He starts off at this gate, this old abandoned gate with this crappy wooden blockade. We see what looks like a cathode on top. And I think this is the most complete version, at least of this lower block work that we're going to see. And as you'll see soon, it has a brick core. God, my resolution is really crappy. And here a look at this mountain, or is it a mountain? We see a castle at the base here in absolute ruins, almost looking cyclopean. And this is just some random castle. Looks like we have access, perhaps, here above. And here are the ramparts. My resolution is really poor. And boom, So here he's zooming into a wall just out there, out at the base of this mountain, these old Cyclopean ruins. And this video is a fascinating 12-minute video. He calls it the Soda Canyon Ruins Part 1. And what he's discovered is this wall runs all along California. It seems the old world was full of old great walls. And here again, the castle, faring better than other parts of the wall, I think because they were just sticking up higher. And here we go, in all different states of condition. Some looking completely eroded and melted, some parts looking like concrete, some brick, and we'll get into that. Now he goes to another little area, and we see again what looks like the same type of pillar that we started with at the beginning here, but now it's in worse condition there. Still parts preserved, but now we see what looks like a crude stonework. And is it a crude stonework, or is it brick? Again, this is the same site, just a different part. We see something like this, more encased, looking more original, a facade covering a brick, and then this. What? And this channel is really great. He's one of the few that actually takes a hammer and chisel to a lot of rocks, revealing what's actually within. But in this case, he didn't have to. It's apparent as it is. And here we can see sections of brick still complete. But the most remarkable thing is that this ball is still remaining on top. This ball, this cathode, this red ball of cathode. And what is this ball made of? Remember, it was missing on the other one. It was completely missing on the other one, but the other one was more preserved, in better condition. And maybe it's because it was missing its cathode. This one has been fried. And let's have a little look. Both sides. And this is a little more out of the way. And look how they've just put wood and, again, a stupid little fence. Even this pillar in ruins is exquisite. The quality and the craftsmanship. Even in ruins, it's holding up beautifully. Even missing facading and mortar. And again, many people question whether brick can heat to such a high temperature that it might resemble stone. And I think this is a good case here. And not so much this part. Not unless you've studied enough examples. But really the top, when we go apart, is where it really gets fascinating here. Now watch, he zooms in, and what we see is a mass of melted brick. And very advanced, the old world, the way they could make brick in the shape of a ball or even a brick sculpture. Completely protruding out of the building. Beautiful designs. And here I'm not just a brick ball, perhaps with some running through, serving as a conductive cathode. And to me, this is absolutely fascinating, the way it's melted, and yet we can clearly still see the brick. And I've been studying a lot of melted brick lately. I felt it was an important part of the puzzle, and have taken a lot of heat for it. But I'm so very glad that I did. Even just yesterday, I was in Colorado, looking at these coke kilns, which had the dripping brick, and it wasn't dripping from above, and it wasn't the mortar in between. It was the absolute brick dripping. Perhaps I'll show that right now. And here we go. Here we're in the inside.
Look at that brick dripping.
And we see the dripping. We see the dripping up here. And in fact, all of the brick has fused together. Has simply fused together. Any more, and this brick becomes one. Drips and fuses and becomes unrecognizable as brick. This is pushing.
That was
a good look.
Pushing it.
And just
that's
like
pushing
we
it.
saw in Utah, no
So basically, that was pushing it. But you know what? Everybody's getting involved in this melted brick
damage,
It's nuts.
but excellent evidence of melted and fused brick. Now, what if this brick was out in nature, just on the ground? Now it fuses and we call it sandstone. And I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. This is just perfect evidence. And I still haven't shared this trip with you. Perhaps do it in stages.
So needless to say, he agrees with the melted bricks. He agrees with the melted bricks.
You can't deny the bricks, man.
Melted in Soda Canyon, Napa Valley, California. We see that this too is fused into a round blob of brick, and an excellent showcase he has provided, and really pairing nicely with my recent boots on the ground. So there we go. The cathode. And here we still see a little cathode poking up at the top.
Oh, wow.
The people who were cleaning up history really didn't know, because they didn't understand, especially in recent times. And as we've come to find out, there's evidence everywhere. So I think I've gone on enough. Do check out his channel. He's really encouraged me to head back out to the Napa Valley. Looks like there are ruins everywhere. Like I said, this wall runs for, I believe, hundreds of miles. Who is exploring the Great Wall of California? Well, this channel is. So am I.
Wow. It just blows.
We've been discussing the work of Jason at Archaics and his proposition that resets could occur in 38 years. This is not shocking in our community. This would be very shocking to others outside of the community. But 138 years. And unfortunately, when we look at history, we see this evidence, but the narrative is completely conflicted. Now, Jason says one of the last resets, at least in North America, would have been 1902. And of course, as always, I don't know. The way I learn is through everyone and everything. Now, here was a fascinating comment that ties into this, and the idea of maybe how there are some nuggets of truth slipped in to all the lies. Now, Mark Twain would have been responsible for writing a false history through his works, the way that Hollywood is responsible for not only writing a false history today, but a false present, and all the space BS and everything that they want us to think is first falsified on a stage. And here was a great comment, and let me get right into it. Walter Awake says, this is a fascinating theory. I think it has a lot of merit. She's new to the rabbit hole and grateful for all that do this research. Might the star forts be nodes that sustain an energy grid? Do they contain sacred geometry? And yes, they do. She's absolutely right. And it's one thing to talk about these things being better.
So real quick, while I'm here, while I'm thinking of it, and everybody's here, and I have everybody's attention, I might as well do this. Go to the About Me section of my channel. Support my channel. Support my channels. Okay, I have like four or five different channels going here. You can see I got my links over here. I got my PayPal link. I need support. Cash App. I need support. Venmo people. If you don't use PayPal or Cash App, you use Venmo. Well, I need support. I have an Odyssey channel. I have a BitChute channel. I have a backup YouTube channel. Boston Ray merchandise. Buy me a coffee. Morgan is my one and only supporter on Buy Me a Coffee so far. But I don't know. We'll see how that works. It's like a monthly thing. We'll see how that works out. At least he tried it. So, but we also have the Boston Ray merchandise that I'm working on. And you can get as much Boston Ray merchandise as you want. I don't really, or don't. Hey, buy the Boston Ray merchandise or don't. I mean, up to you,
Really?
I don't know. It's
But
up to you.
I got to put it in the stream. Yeah, yeah, but I digress.
I digress.
So, it should be coming up. Hold on, it should be coming up. This thing's a pain in the ass. But once, oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. This is my Boston Ray merchandise store.
All right. Check it out.
I got a ton. I got a ton of shit. I got a ton of shit. A ton of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Eventually it'll pop up. There's a mug. You know, I got the meat. I got the mug. Mud mob. You know what I'm saying? You can get them in all different colors.
Like good.
You know, so just check it out. We have a Boston Ray merchandise store. It's just another way that you can show support. And we have a ton of stuff. We have a ton of cool stuff, man. We have a ton of cool stuff. I'm waiting for the rest of it to pop up. Where's the rest of it? Come on, guys. Get it together. Get your shit together. You're slowing me up. This is the good stuff right here. They don't want to show it. They don't want to show the goodies. You know what I'm saying? The COVID commander. The Dr. Fauci is COVID commander. And then we got the flat flops. We got the late night live stuff. Like the late night live t-shirts are cool. Like look. Check out the late night. This is like the regular, like just your average late night live t-shirt. Look at all these different colors you can get it in. Look, late night live, baby. Boom. Right? It's got Boston under the dome. With the moon and the stars out because it's always at night.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then on the back it says, "Don't sleep on the late night." That's what it is. That's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? And then look, you can put like any color you want, Morgan. Like look, you can get it in green. You can get it. I like this color. Look at this. This is like an off-white, like manila color. This is a premium tee. You know what I'm saying? There's so many better colors. You know, you could do something like this. Like you could go crazy. You can go nuts. You can match it with anything you want.
That's decent.
It's all right there. You can change it up. You know, switch it up. Get crazy with it. You know what I mean?
I like that aqua
Yeah,
blue.
just match it up. Match. You know what I'm saying? Just match it with whatever you need.
I don't know that purple. Though. I don't know. Can we see the purple?
The purple one?
The light one, not the dark one. The light one. Yeah. That one. Yeah, that one.
That's a badass one.
There it is. That one is nice, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the ladies love that color.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. And like, it's not just that logo. Like, check this out. All right, let me just show you guys real quick. And then I won't spend too much time on this but it's pretty cool to have merchandise, you know. And the shirts get there in like a week. They get there in like a week, and it takes that, and they look really good. I seen DN got a couple. Bearsworth got a Boston Ray one. Someone else told me they got a COVID Commander one. Yeah, the COVID Commander one got there. But like look, like check out this logo. Like look. So this one's all blue. Look, it's the same logo. It's Late Night Live, right? Singe Man made these logos, by the way. Thank you, Singe Man. So yeah, but look, it's all blue. That's nice, right?
Oh, decent, man. No, that's fucking A right there. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So you can mix and match, like, and that's for, you know, if you were a girl, you might like that color, or like, you know, like, look at this, even blue on blue, boom, badass. Look, even if you maybe even if you did like a gray, I'm an earth tone type of guy. You know what I mean? Like, look at that.
What's the black on blue look like? What's the black on blue look like?
All right, let's try that. Here's the purple. All right.
Yeah, that's decent. I like that one before. What's the black look like?
Oh,
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. So you know what I'm saying? Like
That was
you
blueberry,
can
but yeah,
you don't
yeah,
have
it's
to
good, it's good. Yeah.
you don't have to
Good.
pick the color that it tells you right from the beginning. You can go in and change the color that you want. I made it that way because I understand you need to match with different things. Different, people like different colors, and different colors look good with different people's. Look, we got the flat earth fucky ducky sweatshirt hoodie.
Yeah, I like it.
This thing is badass, dude. You think I'm messing around? Look at this. You really want to get into it? You really want to dig into the flat earth fucky ducky? Look, $40, dude, for a hoodie. That's not bad. Look, he gives you the finger, and then on the back, look, and then on the back, it's got the flat earth right there. And then look at that, and look at this shit. You can get it in green. Look at this. Boom, baby. How would you like a green hoodie, dude?
Yeah, you need a
Tell me
boom
that's
baby.
not-
That's what you need, Ray. You need a boom baby design.
Yeah, but it's been done.
Will they
It's
actually
been-
make it in that color?
Yeah, they will. You can get it in any color you want. Look,
Fuck, are you serious?
This one is badass right here. Look, that's what I'm trying to tell people. Look, this is badass. This color,
That's
maroon.
crazy, man.
That's badass.
I'm
Yeah,
selling this
you can
weed
get 'em
too,
in-
but no weed seems to fucking care about that.
I know how that is too.
Boom, baby.
I know how that is too. Same.
You know
it's
what?
kinda like the
you know
same
what,
thing
Ray?
going-
That used to
Yeah.
be. That used to be my boom baby. Used to be my catch cry, man. When I was watching my football team, and they kicked a goal, man, I'd be like, "Boom, baby!" I used to say the
Like-
same shit.
Yeah, and then look at this one though. But this one's cool too, because look, this is a different type of design, right? That Singe Man made. Look, I'd call it the Late Night Live red, navy, and white hoodie. Look, it's got the big stars, and it doesn't have a dome, but
yeah,
it's
that's
still
cool.
it's a little bit different. Yeah, it's a little bit different. You see what I'm saying? And you can get it in like a red, navy, or white. I hope that's not black. I was supposed to be navy, but either way,
No,
you
the
get-
red's
you get
good.
the-
No, the red's good.
The red's
I
good.
can't wear
That's still decent.
You
The
know?
white will get dirty.
I
Fuck,
mean-
I can't. Sorry. It looks
I
great.
know, but the white, I know the
Oh,
white
I
shit
like
gets
that.
dirty, but some people can pull it off, and then we got
Yeah.
hold on, we got I got so much shit. I got a whole store full of shit. Hold on, let's see. Oh, we got the band practice. Yeah, so yeah, we got the band practice, dude. Band practice shit. Look at this.
Yeah, I like band breakfast is good.
Band practice.
That's a nice design,
Band-
man. That's really cool.
Band practice.
Yeah.
That's a classy design, man. Real classy.
Singe Man made it.
Yeah,
Singe
it's
Man
good,
made the
man.
design.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Thank you. But yeah, you can. Well, I got it. I'm gonna make it in more colors too. But look, it's pretty badass. dude.
It's just
It says
like
don't
old
sleep on
fashioned,
the-
man, like from the '60s or something. You know, that style.
Yeah, you can get it. You can get it in a few different colors too. This is an essential tee. This is a different type of a t-shirt. You see, essential. It's a new kind. I just tried different ones out to see how they are. See different. Look at that. That's a nice color. That's
Yeah,
not
that's good,
bad.
man. That's good. Good contrast. man.
Yeah, that one's decent, man.
Yeah. So I don't want to like go into it too much, but hey, buy a t-shirt. They've been getting there. Look, DN's dog has one in the background. Watch. Boom. We start. I mean, people have been getting them. They have been showing up. They haven't paid me any money yet. The company has not paid me any money yet. But I still think it's cool that people are getting the t-shirts. So we'll see what happens. So let's give it. We'll give the chat a shout out. We got 20 people here. We have Jenny T.I. Murphy. We have Forever Love. We have Jonathan Kompler. We have Kim Ray. We have Helmet. Is that German? What is that?
Yeah, that sounds German to me. Yep.
I'm German too. I'm everything. I'm a
Yeah.
little bit of everything, but my last name
Helmut-
is German.
Helmut Kaze.
My last name is German. Morgan, aren't you German too? Didn't you say you're German? No? Yeah?
Welsh, English, quarter Russian, a little Irish. From the island, and then a quarter Russian.
Well, we got a ton of people here, but I don't know. It's like 3:03 in the morning now. It's 3:03 exactly right now.
3:03. 30
know,
minutes to go.
I'm thinking of ending my stream. I don't really know what else to do. I mean, I came on.
We had a big show, man. We had a big show. That was a big show, bro.
That was a big show. We went all out. All right, cool. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for showing up, everybody. I'm gonna play a few songs, and then thank you for coming on, Morgan and Pyman.
Keep making your music, Morgan. You're kicking ass, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what
music, man.
I don't know what happened to Singe Man. I was calling Singe Man. I think he just slept all night or something. He
might have crashed.
You know.
Yeah,
he probably did.
I'm a walking bad habit, eat tabs up in the cabinet. Savage rap status, vocabulary extravagant. A rock star, popping rocks in bars. Used to flip bud, now this rapping copy a car. No telling, Connecticut felon. I GPS him and find my mark like Magellan. With more lines than Corey Feldman. I never cease to impress him. I cardiac arrest him with every studio session. I'm killing them, no question. Web's back, better hold your breath when I'm rhyming home. I murder beats, I'm Jonah Hex with a microphone. Fiends saying I'm the dopest yet. And haters, I shrug them off until my fucking shoulders sweat. I'm breaking bones, a modern version of Casey Jones. Sword in hand, I'm the winner playing the Game of Thrones. Fuck beef, my rapping style's filet mignon. Getting drunk, fuck your driver, somebody take me home.
Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch. I know that I should change, but I don't really think I can. It's just part of my nature, I never cracked and never ran. The world is falling on me when my back was in a jam. I always kept on fighting, that's exactly who I am. And this is who I am, no way that I can change it. I'm buck wild, stupid and dangerous. My best friends are not strangers. These are the motherfuckers I hang with. We speak the same language. And I ain't saying French, English, or Spanish, or Spanglish. I mean pain and anguish. This cocaine slaying and bang bang shit. Mac 11s that we aim with. In other words, I'm rolling with the same clique I came with. On the same list, and fuck being famous. Fame dreams are for groupies. I'm a real life gangster that you ain't seen in the movies. What I mean is I'm truly off the hook. Like a phone in a nursing home, homie. I'm that Boston crook. Take me home. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch.
I damage tracks, so listeners always ran it back. Always with a half ounce stuffed into a sandwich bag. I kill it quickly and always keeping the realest with me. Stealing all the fucking insulin from Wilford Brimley. Diabetes, rappers could never beat us. I've been spitting shit like this since I was just a fucking fetus. Keep your chick with me as long as she give dome. Rolling up the diesel and burning like Jim Rome.
Now stand here as a man with the past, the inspiration for the kids on the corner, but still got the laugh of a mental patient. The infiltration of the game, born from a central hatred of fame. A pencil shaking with pain, an infant staked in a claim from the wrath I became. My paragraphs I'm saying are futuristic pictures of the past from which I came. And this is slain with the shotty and the hoopty, son. My whole career's a robbery that they could never scoop me from. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch.
Ugly like Joe Cocker, rock you to sleep like Cold Vodka.